So we're live now. Hello everybody at home who's watching this now or watching this during our recording. I am the Dungeon Master and welcome to session 2 of the RuneScape D&D campaign. This is our 4th campaign in our 2nd episode, starting with the live stream. Last session we started off with 2 people missing, and now we're going to be starting off with a person late and possibly one more missing. Is everybody ready? We're going to continue now.
I'm ready.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Let's do it.
All right. And just a quick reminder for the people watching this stream. Remember that Asumi is mute due to a real life injury. So I will be reading for them, and I am myself hard of hearing. So there is a possibility where I will have my players repeat what they say. So, to catch up real quick, we last left off with you guys meeting each other in Farador's castle. After hearing that they are requesting help from everyone, from outside of official help, outside authorities help, basically activating something called the Mercenary Protocol. It's a protocol made to be able to get low-paying adventurers, basically to pay less for any outside help that doesn't include high-priced mercenaries. You guys overheard that there are at least about 100 missing people, and that report didn't start until a noble's child went missing. You managed to split up and gather enough clues to not only suspect a homeless man named John William to possibly be casting a tracking spell, but you've learned that the recent kidnapping of the noble's child was possibly unplanned due to the fact that there were 3 people in the alleyway. So either John William had an assistant or the child intervened. Either way, or the noble's child intervened, or there was another person who tried to intervene. With Bera help, you managed to grab one of the tracking devices that Mr. Williams had been giving these victims. And as such, you've now came up with a plan. But first, you've decided to go on ahead and travel to the butcher shop where one of the possible victim works at, hoping to see if you could talk to the assistant about her conversation with Mr. Williams and possibly protect her from the possible kidnap. So, as you are walking down the street of Farador after going through the alley, after finishing your search in the alleyway, it is still around noon. If you look up in the sky with no cloud, you would know it is possibly around 2 p.m. As you continue to walk, Asumi wished to ask, so, what is the plan on the butcher's assistant? Are we going to question her or try to see if she is okay with us guarding her?
I think the plan we kind of agreed on was you would use your knightly charms to convince her to spend the day with you, so that way you're there guarding her while we use Bera as bait to lure out the kidnapper.
He's typing. He responds with, considering you plan on ambushing Mr. William or the other possible kidnapper, then I suppose I could try to see if I can convince her for her own protection that she's in trouble.
Yeah, I think that sounds like a decent enough plan. It's better than, I don't know, just running into it head first.
Agreed.
I auch agree.
Alright, so do you need us to do something to, like, make it a little easier for you, or do you want to just try, just actually talking to her?
He responds with, sorry, it took a little too long. I thought I said he was typing. But he responds with, I can try talking to her. I'll see how my training to convincing citizen goes along. As you say that, you continue to walk. You start seeing you are heading east of your location, following the road towards the butcher shop. I believe Thimble is leading, correct?
Yeah, since I was the one who followed her.
Right. So as you're following them, you all see them lead you to the west side, the east side of Follower, where you see a fountain in the center of this large pathway with several buildings surrounding it. And if you look, when and if you look southeast, you'll see a large building with a ton of smokes coming out of it. Clearly, the artisan workshop, a sort of dwarven workshop, meaning you're close to a dwarven district where the dwarves smith and mine around that area. Thimble, you leading the group, you see the assistant now outside just sweeping like some dust outside of the building.
Alright, there she is, and Thimble points to the assistant. Alright, work your charm, assuming. We'll see how that goes. Maybe the rest of us should, like, I don't know, hide? You know, not to make it, like, weird or anything that we're watching them.
Stay out of way is best.
I'll just observe discreetly from around the corner, so that way we at least know when they're done. But yeah, the rest of us should probably just hide behind, I don't know, this building.
Alright.
Makes sense. We'll wait for your word.
Alright. Do you guys follow, everybody but assuming, do you guys follow Thimble to hide to avoid making an awkward situation?
About how high would the nearest roof be?
How high would what? I'm sorry?
About how high would the nearest roof be? Or how high would the roofs around us be?
Whew, that's a good question. Let's see. Well, luckily there's still a ton of buildings. So imagine a cul-de-sac, if you will. Except there's still another pathway to going into the dwarf district. So you're around a cul-de-sac area. So the butcher shop is near several buildings. So on your left, there's a good spot for you to hide behind the walls and perhaps act casually. There's several bushes around that are about 3 to 4 feet high and pretty large to be able to hide the bigger of you or the smaller of you very easily. There are some trees there, but I would say they're not large enough to hide you completely unless you manage to find a way to act casual on your stealthy attempt.
Okay, but so the roofs themselves are how high?
Repeat that, I'm sorry?
So the roofs are how high? Like, how high would it be? Like, if I were to super jump, right? How high would I have to jump to get on top of a roof?
How tall are you again?
I'm not actually gonna jump. I'm just saying.
I know. But if you were to climb it, for example, I would at least need to know how tall you are to try to make a quick comparison.
6'7".
6'7". So look as you quickly examine the area. The buildings, all of them, are at least somewhere between 9, possibly 10 to 11 feet tall. The tallest building there is one that you can see on the northeast, which almost looks like a sort of castle. What's funny about that amazing castle is that you can, from this distance, you can swear you can hear balloon popping. But the closest building to you, I would say, is about at least 9 feet tall, and the buildings, the roof are all the same. They're like triangular shaped, with flute tiles. So from the bottoms, you can probably climb it, which wouldn't be that hard for you to climb, so you could be able to reach the top very quickly.
I'll how far away is this castle place? This little thing, or not little thing, but big room, big building.
I'm sorry. Again, hard of hearing. Forgive me. I just want to make sure I heard you right.
So would this castle looking building have like a vantage point of the cul-de-sac area as well? Like, would I be able to see the butcher shop from there?
Let's see, from the nearest building. You could, yes, but there is one issue. As you're looking up, you do know that you would have to climb on that nearest building to avoid getting attention from not only the guard, but the butcher assistant who's still outside, mind you. But you would have to jump, and while the gap is not that large, you would have to make a very good jump. So quick question to you: how armored is your character? Are they heavily armored or just decent amount of armor?
Currently wearing light armor.
All right. Then I would say that you could possibly make it, but there's a good chance that the when you land, you might make enough noises for whoever is possibly in that room. Because just a quick note, every building in Falador are at least 2 or 3 floor. So there's the ground floor, second floor, and then third floor.
Are there any shops or something nearby? Like, how is the street looking? Is it like one single shop in the middle of living areas, or is it a small shopping street? Is there like a cafe or something similar?
Just to make sure, what are you trying to look for? Because I heard you just want.
I am looking for something where just a place of like outside sitting. Is there a cafe? Is there a bakery? A small restaurant? Well, a tavern with outside seating, something like that. Or with good windows where I can see outside from.
Yeah, you could. There's a bunch of them actually. You could. There's like a bunch of so you're trying to look for an empty buildings. I could say. I'm trying to make sure I got the layout of the city right. Because just a quick reminder for the viewers and for my players, in game the city is very small because of the setting, but narratively it is known to be very large. So I would say around that area there is one building that you could enter just to be able to look through the bolster shop, and it is a warehouse. The only issue that you could see from it is that it's a little bit there's a good viewpoint, but it's a little bit off. So it's being blocked by the Christmas tree that is placed in the center of the fountain. Which I should have mentioned, they basically put the Christmas tree on the fountain, which they still haven't removed yet, and it's basically leaking water because it's still a fountain. So that is basically blocking, not completely, but it's blocking a little bit of the viewpoint to the butcher shop.
Why did they put a freaking tree on a fountain? That's kind of weird.
It's
Excuse me,
It's Falador. Don't ask questions, okay?
Sure thing, voice in my head.
I assume they don't want to water it.
Yeah, I guess, but like this is just kind of lazy. Like you could have just, I don't know, had like some kind of mechanism to deliver some water from the fountain to the tree.
They're expensive.
Maybe somebody forgot to turn off the water. I don't know. I'm just the narrator to a story.
So, if I understand this right, the only place is like a warehouse. There are no shops outside or around there or something similar.
I'm sorry, repeat that?
So if I understand this correctly, the only good place to set up with a good viewpoint on the butchery would be that warehouse. There's no other thing like a restaurant, a store, shop, or something similar where you can hang out in front of without looking suspicious.
Okay, yeah. It's pretty easy. The warehouse is very open. It's open, so you can just walk in and you could just look around and you could find a vantage point. Like it's not really closed. The worker there don't seem to mind people coming in. The guards also, but they seem to be on the lookout to see if anybody tries to enter and steal anything. Obviously, because they saw you with Asumi, they would know you're not gonna cause any issue. But yeah, you do manage to see. Just go if you manage to look through the window of that warehouse, you manage to actually see the vantage point. Like I said, it's not that good. Like if Asumi were to talk to her, you could see the both of them a little bit. But if she was to walk a little bit to your right, she would kind of vanish there. But obviously, it's a good viewpoint for you to see and look around, maybe find something suspicious. I don't know.
Oh, my goal is just to make sure that if your boy gets in trouble, I can react. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right. Anybody else wants to find a specific hiding spot? Or are you guys already hidden? Because
I'm
I'll
just
go to the warehouse as well, and instead of looking and watching, I'm gonna pester the workers about buying different berry juices.
I'm going to just be behind a nearby building and just stealthily peeking around a corner to watch what's going on.
all right.
As
Right.
they would all like disperse to go do their things, I'll like look to them and be like, "I'll be around," and then I'll misty step up onto a building, and then if allowed, I would misty step over onto that higher vantage point on this castle building.
All right. Yeah, no, that's allowed. But real quick, before I forget to mention, um, when and if you can try to edit Misty Step to be called short distance teleportation. Because that's something that I forgot to mention. And I did say that your character was allowed to do it, considering that it's something that they worked on. All right, so you did that. You go on ahead and you cast a quick incantation to teleport to the roof and then to the other part, using up your ruins. And now you're at the perfect spot where you want to be able to look, crouch down, or whatever it is that you're doing at the moment. All right. So before we continue, all right. So, assuming I already typed everything in, okay. So as you're approaching her, assuming, she looks over to you and she goes, "Oh!" She looks at you, a bit confused, seeing that you are not completely human and you're wearing the white knight armor. And she goes, "Hello, Sir Knight. Welcome to the Butcher's Cutaway. Are you looking to buy something to eat for your fellow knights?" Which, assuming actually put it here, ready to type in. "Greetings. I am Sir Asumi. I do not mean to startle you, but right now I am on a mission for the White Knight. I believe that you might be the next target for a kidnapping that has been happening recently. Hopefully you have heard about these recent kidnappings." To which she responds with, "Oh yes, I have. But what makes you suspect that I'm gonna be the next to be kidnapped?" He's typing. All right. He says, "I have reason to believe that Mr. John William, a homeless man that you have spoke at the park, is a kidnapper, or at least someone that works with the kidnappers, and has recently marked you as the next target." As you say that, she goes, Were you guys surveying Mr. Williams? Oh, but that can't be. He's just a homeless man. I've seen people talk greatly about him. There's no way he could actually be a suspect." Asumi responds with, well, it's not that we were surveying him, but according to the guards, they believe that Mr. William has some sort of connection to the kidnappers. And as such, we're trying our very best to prevent anything from happening to anybody at this moment. And as a white knight, it is my sworn duty to protect the citizens of Volador. So I am hoping that we could spend some time, or, well, by we I mean me, around you to be able to protect you from the kidnapper. As you say that, go ahead and roll for insight for me. You rolled a 9. Okay. As you are looking at her, you can't seem to tell what she's feeling, but she's looking at you with a strange look on her face. A look you're familiar with, but not for the right reason. Silas, sorry. As you are walking up to the butcher shop, ready to get some food. As you're about to get some food after your long travel, you overheard Asumi's statement about recent kidnapping. You know the kidnapping. You saw them on the notice board. And you saw some guards taking them off, making you believe that it was too late to help. But now, you see a half-orc looking white knight explain the situation. Silas, inside of your head, you hear, interesting situation. Go ask to see if you can help. Maybe, just maybe, we can use this to our advantage.
Alice will, he'll like clear his throat, be like, yes, I think we can. And he will slowly hobble over with his cane to Asumi. He's pretty well dressed for someone from where he's from. You know, clean shaven, has a little goatee, a nice thick head of white hair, slicked back, pretty nice looking coat, trousers and boots, all with like hints of black and blue, and then a nice long silver cane that he's using as support as he hobbles over and he goes, what was that you were explaining? Oh, giant, white knight. You would also see he's about 5'6", and he's hunched, like he has a little hunch in his back.
He's typing now.
While you're waiting for that, Thimble will look over to Kazric and Bera up on the warehouse and go like motioning. You seeing this shit?
You guys wish to respond to that?
Gazric does not see any problems with this. He will simply grunt an affirmative.
I'm still probably pestering workers, so I don't know if I even heard that.
All right. Luke, what about you? I would say you are in a good vantage point to be able to see Thimble also. Do you respond to him motions, or do you just stay focused on Asumi and now the old man and the assistant?
Big thumbs up. Nod.
Right. Asumi responds with, greetings. Yes, we are doing a case on missing people, and she is one of the victims. I believe me and several others are actually doing this case right now, but as a code of honor, I am unable to participate in one of their plans. So I am basically here doing part of my job as a knight of Saradomin and a knight of the city. You're looking to help us? He says as he's looking over, your character, Silas, acknowledging the age of your character, looking up and down, like basically seeing the age of yours, and admiring the idea of recruiting you, according to him. Of recruiting you for someone experienced in age.
Silas will say, I did hear about those kidnappings. I wanted to help, but by the time I decided to, I had to pick up this new coat. You see, it looks pretty good on me. And by the time I came back, the poster thing for it was gone. I couldn't really help, but if you guys are participating in this, I'd like to assist if I can. I think my wisdom and experience could go a long way for you, large white knight. What was your name again, if you don't mind me asking? Oh my god.
Asumi says he turns around and looks over to where Thimble is, giving a quick nod and going, I have some friends around the area over there. He points at the area and goes, speak to them and they will give you some rundown on their plans. Do you go over?
Yeah. Before I leave, I'll ask. White Knight. Can I ask your name?
All right. Real quick, I'll respond for him because he said BRB for a moment, but he says his name is Sir Asumi, basically confirming that he is in the knighthood.
I see. Very nice to meet you, Sir Asumi. And he'll walk, or hobble is more accurate, towards where you said where Thimble was. That's where he pointed.
Yeah, like around the area. He just gives you the location of the area. He doesn't point at you where Thimble is specifically, but he points at you the area where Thimble, around that area. So you would have to walk towards that area, and Thimble will just probably pop up or whatever he wants to do to get your attention.
Okay, so then after a solid 3 minutes of hobbling, he makes it to that area and he'll look around. Friend of Sir Asumi's, are you here somewhere?
Over here. And Thimble motions for Silas to come over behind the wall.
Silas just doesn't hear you. He's hard of hearing. You're gonna have to speak a little bit louder.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Friend of Sir Asumi.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion to create a little arrow to point him over to the wall with the words, be quiet, and come over.
He reads it, be quiet! Oh, be quiet. And he'll go follow the arrow, be like,
I love it.
oh, the friend of Sir Asumi's. He'll hobble over. I'll be like, I would kneel down with you, but my knees aren't what they used to be. It's a pleasure to meet you. I will be assisting you on this endeavor. What exactly is the plan here?
Well, step 1 is we stay quiet and observe while Asumi does whatever he's going to be trying to do. Then we're playing an ambush of the kidnappers.
Oh, so the White Knight is bait.
Kind of. He is going to be one part of our grand plan. The bait is actually another gnome who is currently trying to sell berry juice as potions. Don't ask. It's a whole thing.
Potions. Oh, it's berry juice. Oh,
It's
that
basically
sucks.
berry juice, and she's gonna pretend it's a magical elixir that's gonna heal your arthritis or some shit. It's like it's a scam by any other name. It's kind of obvious.
Magic potion to cure my arthritis would be great. My knuckles have been killing me the past few days.
Yeah, I can imagine that, especially with the cold weather.
Oh, I don't want to talk about it. Oh, those nights are horrible. So, what, we just wait, I guess?
Yeah, basically. I mean, if you want to get someplace warmer, you can probably hang out with, and then Thimble would point up to Kazric up on the roof. Or, not the roof, but the little thing. I think it's a little warmer up there.
Oh, great heavens, that is a big man.
That's
Keswick
worse.
away.
Wrong guy. I thought you were talking about Luke.
Keswick is 4.5 feet, so he's like a tire feet shorter than you.
Oh, great heavens, that's a small man.
Do yourself a favor, don't mention his height.
Oh, he's one of those, alright, I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah. Anyway, they probably warm up there, so it'll probably help your joints and whatnot.
So is there like a ladder to get up there, or like I don't know, like some steps I could take?
I actually don't know how he got up there. I guess there's
Oh
like
my god. Oh well, that's okay. And like I'll like look up there, and like Silas will like tap his cane on the ground twice, and he'll use a short distance teleportation to boop right up to Kazric.
As you do that, real quick, your short distance teleportation is very different. As you do that,
okay.
some butterfly swarms around you, like magical butterflies swarms around you as you vanish, and then you reappear with some magical butterfly fluttering out. Thimble, I need you to do me a quick favor and roll for Arcana as you witness that odd teleportation.
22, and Thimble will respond with, "What the fuck?"
What was it?
22.
All right. So, you saw that, and there's something odd about that, but you recognize it as fairy magic. It's either he has connection to fairies or something, or he's using something that is connected to the fairy. Perhaps his cane or something. But you can tell he's magical. How magical, you don't know, but that specific teleportation is something the fairies are very known to use.
Old man is a fairy.
Alright, so Asumi says he's back. And, alright, so as you see the old man wobbling, which takes about 3 minutes according to Silas.
Very slow, very slow.
Just wobble, cane walk. Your mind starts to look at him. What is the first? I want you to tell me what is the first thing you think about when you see that you recruited this old man. He's typing. Give him a moment. So he goes, "Oh shit." In his head, he goes, "Oh shit. Either I am going to have to carry his old ass, or he's going to be left behind most of the time, and we're going to have to look for him." So he turns over and looks at the assistant and goes, "I'm sorry, you know my name now. What is yours?" As you ask that, she goes, "Oh, my name is Amy. I suppose I can allow you to guard me through the day, I don't see the issue with it. If you truly do believe that I am targeted to be the next victim of a kidnapping. But just to let you know, I don't want you to try to convert me into your religious beliefs, Sir Knight. She said that she slowly pulled her shirt downwards, revealing a unholy necklace. It was basically the necklace of Zamorak. As she goes, I know what my God has done to this world, but I still believe in chaos, and I still believe in strength through it. After all, we were strengthened by it. But I hope this isn't an issue to you. A good question, Asumi. He asked, roll for history while to let everybody know what you said. Alright, so he asked if this is something that he would know about and everything. Like, basically something that he would know that there are Zamorakians within the city. You said you rolled okay, I see it, don't worry. I see it on the game log. I had to open it real quick. But you rolled a 25. Going through your mind, you know that despite the demonic attack from Zamorak, when a few months ago, was it a few months ago? Several months ago, he had attacked the world using using demons. You know that his followers, his human followers, didn't participate in the attack, and a lot of them were amongst the casualties of the demonic invasion. There are some Zamorakians in this city, all hidden, all in secret. And this is something new. You never expected one to reveal themselves to you. You expected them to be more of a secret, like the mysterious, the follower of the mysterious god Zeros. He responded with, "Why would you reveal this to me? I am open-minded, but why would you trust me with something like that?" She looks at you and goes, "Just in case you end up finding something about me and decide to just throw me into a ditch. Unless the rumors of the White Knights are fabricated." Asumi just keeps quiet for the moment before responding. "I will speak with my comrades and let them know that I'm going to be patrolling around your building and guarding you through the rest of the day until they are done with their side of the mission." He turns around and he says that his fist is clenched, basically a bit annoyed at the fact that she's spreading, sorry, you made a typo here? Okay, she's spreading misinformation about the white, not spreading, okay, can you fix it, dude? Okay, that she is among the citizens that believes the misinformation of the White Knights on being secretly corrupted. So you guys see Masumi walk back to you guys, or at least to the location that you guys are in.
Isn't Thimble the only one on the ground? Everybody else is like on the roof or something?
Yeah, it is just kind of me right now.
Yeah. I believe I'm chilling with Barry and the old man that I'm yet to be introduced to in the warehouse.
So, given what just happened, I'm inclined to think things are not going to plan.
Asumi looks at Thimble and goes, She's okay with me guarding her, but there's an issue. She is a Zamarakian.
Yep. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem for you, isn't it?
He says no, but if anything were to happen to her and her religion were to get out, you can imagine where the blame would be pointed at.
Yeah. Well, hopefully our plan to make sure that a certain someone is the main target tonight is, let's hope it works out better. So, alright, so the old man's in, he teleported with fairy magic or some shit to be with Kazarek. So we should probably just regroup with everyone, and then Thimble would start motioning for everyone to come on down.
You guys come on down.
Before that, I believe we still have the encounter between Keswick and the old man.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I heard the door knock. But yeah, everybody come down. Thimble, lay down the plan. I'll be right back to see who's at my door. So yeah.
Alright, so to start with, let's do some introductions. This old man.
Hello,
Here
everybody.
next to me, who he is, I do not know.
My name is, I'm Silas. It's nice to meet everybody. Does anybody want some jerky? And he, like, reach into, like, his coat pocket and pull out, like, a nice little bag of some very nice-looking, premium jerky, if anybody wants.
Maybe at another point.
Keswick will say, "Man with taste." He will take some and he will offer you a sip of beer. Always like a little bottle.
God's nectar! And he'll take a little sip. Exquisite.
Alright, so Silas, I'm Thimble, as you know, that's Asumi. The big guy is Luke. The gnome who is probably still selling shit to a bunch of the guards is Bera.
Oh, great heavens, that's a big man! As he looks to Luke. Are you, like, half giant or something?
I'm back. Luke, you there?
Oh, man.
Probably went AFK for a moment. No, Luke is having audio issues. Everyone, forgive me. Yeah, let's give him a minute to see if he could fix this. Good job. Thimble, you have cursed Luke.
Oh, no.
Try to speak now. Yeah, try to leave the stage like completely, and then come back and see if that fixes the problem.
How dis?
All right.
There you go.
There we go.
There we go. All right, Barra, what about you? Are you still having audio problems?
I don't know about it. It just seems to rejoin the group though, so I would have heard the introductions.
All right. Were you able to hear the introduction, or all of it, or you need some?
I heard it. He introduced himself. Yeah, I heard it. Big man.
Okay.
All right. So, Silas, you were looking at Luke, and you were saying.
Yeah, I said, are you, like, half giant?
No, I just happen to be very tall. Strange coincidence.
I see. Yes, you are quite tall. And you are Bera. I've heard you sell potions for arthritis.
That I do. I got plenty different potions to fix you up, old man. If you've got gold coin.
Maybe later. We should focus on, the kidnapping. Why were we called down? I thought we were supposed to wait up there.
Alright, well, basically, Asumi got permission to follow the butcher's assistant, so that way he can keep an eye on her. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go outside the city. Bera is going to be bait, and we're going to use her to lure out the kidnapper, because Bera managed to, at the very least, convince the kidnapper or the kidnapper's informant that she is going to be alone in the wilderness with no protection. So this way we're going to be able to make a surprise attack on them. So any questions so far?
No questions. How far do we have to walk?
Well, it's gonna be a while. Luke, do you think you're strong enough to pick up Silas and carry him?
We can't hear him again. Oh no.
Yeah, I think I could manage that.
Alright, awesome. So, he'll carry you. We'll go to the outskirts. Oh yeah, and this fellow right here is Rudy.
Nice to meet you.
Why carry
Nice to meet you, Rudy.
No walk.
What'd you say, Kasric?
Why carry, old man? No gain. He no walk.
Oh no, I can walk, but I'm a little slow, and the cartilages in my knees aren't what they used to be, you know?
Consequences of human biology and age.
All that stuff, you know, once you hit 65, it really slows down.
That young, eh?
Yeah, by human standards. Sorry, by dwarf standards. Human standards would be...
I'm 80. Do I have think of problem in future with age?
I don't know, honestly. Most dwarves I know seem to be pretty good, even into the older ages.
Yeah, don't dwarves go to like 150 or 200?
And even at that point, I think they're still carrying like several loads of ore and whatnot at a time.
Just real quick.
Absolutely.
For the viewers at home, Rudy has arrived now. Welcome back. We have almost a full people here. We are missing one more person, but we still don't know their status, if they're able to completely join the campaign or not. But Rudy, real quick. So Asumi managed to speak with the assistant, and they managed to go on ahead and have the assistant be okay, or at least give consent to being guarded while you guys go on ahead and try to ambush the possible kidnapper who's gonna be targeting Bera.
Alright, thanks for the recap.
Can I ask what Rudy looks like? Because this is his first time meeting him.
Basically like a 7 feet tall guy, around his 30s, like, but not very muscular, like more refined muscles. Yes, look, I'm 7 feet.
Bro,
golly gosh!
Bro is 7 foot tall, somewhat slim, and looks like he's built like a brick.
Golly gosh!
By a normal view.
Why is everybody in here so big?
That's what she said.
I honestly don't know. Maybe Maybe it's because we have 2 gnomes and a dwarf.
Maybe that's why.
Alright, but anyway, so...
And, up and
Rudy?
over, old man. And Luke would go to pick him up, fireman style.
Yeah, he weighs like 100 pounds.
Alright, Rudy, we're heading out to the outskirts now. So we'll let Asumi guard the Zamorakian lady. We're gonna be doing an ambush.
Alright.
Alright. So with that, you guys split up. Or at least you would try to. It's still, like, right now, from all that walk and conversation, I would say it's the sun is still moving now. Looking up, it would be at least 3 p.m. Either it should be 3 o'clock p.m. or it is at least around 3 now, like early 3. So assuming goes on ahead and just starts to walk towards the butcher shop to start doing his duty as a white knight. So the rest of you guys know you have time. The question would be, what do you guys just do now?
Alright, gang. So, besides just finding a place that has plenty of cover for us to hide in while Barra just waits for the kidnapper, anything else you guys want to get before we start planning our ambush?
What time is it right now, DM? Like, in-game?
I think
I
he said
believe
about
he said
2.
3 I think he said around 3 p.m.
3 p.m. Okay, but like so
Food side.
well, I was gonna say I need to have dinner soon around 4, so whenever you guys are ready,
Yeah.
I don't mind grabbing something to eat.
Alright, let's head over to the bar. It's close to the north entrance, so it should. The rising sun should be able to get us some grub.
Nice.
Alright, so you guys go on ahead and start walking to the center of the city now, heading west to where the northern entrance of the city. Walking, which Silas, I never told you, but the city is covered in Christmas decorations still. They still haven't taken it down yet, but you can tell from the castle viewpoint, like you could see at the castle, which is on top of a hill. You do see the castle decoration being taken down slowly. So basically, the first start of the removal of the Christmas ornaments. As you continue walking, it takes you about at least 10 minutes before you arrive to the rising sun. As you enter, there are 3 barmaid taking care of some guards on the tables. Some civilians, workers, dwarves even. And you see another one sitting behind the counter who's just simply giving drinks and food to those who are around there. As you're there, it's very warm. There's a fireplace there that was lit to keep the area warm. And the doors were quickly closed by what you can see are some patron that were just trying to close the door to keep the winter cold out of the inn since it was chilling outside. But despite the door being closed quickly, you guys looked at the patron with an odd look on your face because south of the inn, you do see that there is an open space that the cold enters to. So there is no reason for them to just close the door.
That's a little counterproductive, but you know, it's not my tavern. Let's just find a seat or something. My knees are killing me.
Luke would approach the bar and kind of bend sideways to put the old man down on a stool.
Oh, thank you! Oh my god!
Take a seat next to him. So
Yeah, like knock on the what's it called? The bar table and be like, "Hey there, young lass. You got ale?"
As you do that, give me one moment to get some stuff I need to make sure I have here. Alright, so as you knock on the bar table, you see a woman with a very mustard blonde hair tied up in a sort of ponytail bun, and a bun on the very top of not on the very top of her head, but it's a little bit on the back. She looks over to, she goes, 1 minute, as she starts giving the drinks to other patrons and everything. Are you, just to make sure, you guys are at the bar counter or at a table?
Bar counter.
Yeah, that's where Luke dropped me off.
Alright, just want to make sure. Alright, so you see her going in as she moves over to you guys. She goes, "Welcome to the Rising Sun." She looks at you, Thimble. She goes, "Ah, there's my favorite gnome. Have you, She looks around and she leans in a little bit to him and goes, "Have you found the thief that managed to steal my coins?"
Yeah, took a little looking, but here you are, and then he places the missing coins.
She looks around. Where's your cousin?"
He's taking care of some important night business. We had to split up to take care of something else while he handles that. Nothing to worry about.
Well, let him know that the drinks are free here. You know, I mean, he did become a knight after all, and I didn't give him a chance to give him some free drinks.
Maybe once we're finished up with with our current job, we can finally take a break and actually, enjoy the celebration. Until then, a round of drinks for the folks I'm traveling with right now.
And she nods. "And what about to eat? We have various of food, from sandwiches, cooked steak, salad, cooked salmon."
I'll have a salad.
You guys got grits or porridge?
That we do. She starts writing that down. Is that what you want, right?
Yeah, it helps my teeth.
Right. She writes that down as well. She goes, "All right, salad for you." She points at Thimble. "And the crisp for you." She points at Silas. What about the rest of you?"
What did you say the options were again?
It varies of option. You can ask her, but she said that we have stuff like basically bar food, steak, cooked salmon, sandwiches, salad, mashed potato, pizzas, stuff like that. Jalapeno poppers.
Do you have fries? If so, I would like some.
She goes, "Fries? I heard of that dish. It's actually very new to us, but I could try to make something. I could try to get the kitchen to make something."
If not, just make me some potatoes.
Alright then.
That's gonna be fine.
Okay. She looks at Kazric. "What about you, sir?"
I like meat and beer. Thank you.
Okay. You said meat, right?
Yes, meat.
Alright. She goes, "Steak? Or, how would you like it cooked?"
Bloody, I think is word.
Ooh. Alright then. Good choice. She writes that down. Alright, so let's see. So, we have as a drink, we have... you said you want to... actually, we'll go back to the drink part, sorry. Because right now she's getting the food. She looks at you, Barra. She goes, "What about you?" for the food?
I have my own food. I'd say as I take out my rabbit and I set it on the counter of the bar and give it an ogle root to eat.
Oh, you brought emergency rations with you.
Sorry, ma'am, but we don't cook outside food.
No,
You don't
no.
cook rabbit.
the
Rabbit
is
tastes so
just
good.
Bread.
Oh,
No, the rabbit's not
But
food.
yeah, go
I
order
eat
some.
berries. The rabbit is just a rabbit.
could we have some bunny chow?
Bunny eats ogle root. I
Because
ogle and he eats ogle root.
Kazarik will look a bit more grim at Barrier. Go order. Go to bar, not go eat is root. If you don't want pay, I pay, but don't root.
Just order something, Bera. Like a drink or something.
Fine, I'll have a salad and then I'll put berries in the salad.
I love a
Alright.
meatball sub.
Alright. Okay. Alright, so he goes on ahead and she writes all that down. I heard you, Luke, don't worry. Alright. And then she goes, alright, so for the drink, we have the following. We have a wizard mind bomb, a dwarven stout, which is, she looks at you, Kazric, which I know is famous amongst the dwarven kind, which I understand if you want that. And we have the Ascarnian ale. And if you want to be fancy, for an extra gold coin, we can make it into an Asgoldian ale.
Regarding the Dwarven Scout, while she mentions that, you can see Kazarik just close his eyes, nod in affirmation of being ordering that.
Yeah, the Dwarven Stout, you know that is the very famous Dwarven drink. A lot of dwarves drink that. It has some sort of properties that improves that. Even though it is alcohol, it does keep a dwarf's mind focused when it comes to smithing and mining for a short amount of time until they feel a strong fatigue. They feel greatly exhausted and just tired from the drink, and then eventually tipsy. At least one drink can do that. Multiple is a party for them. But yeah, you remember drinking that back in Caldegram, the Dwarven Kingdom, far from here. So for each of you going in order, Thimble, what would you like?
Wizard Mind Bomb.
Alright, she writes that down. And Bera?
Do you have any cocktails?
Ooh, somebody's going fancy a bit. Well, yes, we do. Are you looking for anything specific?
Let's go Blurberry Special.
Okay, that's what you want?
Yep.
Alright, she writes that down. Sumi isn't here. I almost said Asumi. Luke, what about you? I'm assuming...
I'll also take a mind bomb.
Which one? The mind bomb?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so she writes that down. Mind bomb is becoming very popular nowadays. She looks at you, Kazarik, and she goes, would you like the Dwarven Strout or the or Scarnian Ale?
Scout, man.
She nods and she writes that down. Rudy, what about you?
I would like to have the same as the dwarf.
Alright, the Dwarven Strout. And then finally, Silas, what about you?
You said you make cocktails, right?
Well, not me, but yes, we do have one of the girls that I can call over to make the cocktails real quick.
Could I get a martini, stirred not shaken, with 2 olives?
Very well, alright. She writes all that down. That'll be ready in about less than 15 minutes. As you can see, we're a little bit packed, so our kitchen's gonna need time. In the meantime, she goes on ahead and she grabs God, what is it called? A bowl of chips. Basically just nice little chips. And she puts it on the table. Share this amongst yourselves. And if you would like something to drink, like water or something, please do let me know. I will be willing to get them for you. Alright? Oh, and my name is... hold up, make sure I got her name right too. Lordy. My name is Emily. So just call me if you need me. Alright, with that, you're free to talk amongst yourself for a bit.
As Emily leaves, I'll like turn to Thimble, and then I'll like remember the big fucking white knight orc guy, and then this little guy, and I'll be like, "Wait, so you're related to Surasumi?"
Yeah, basically, his mom and my aunt were really close friends, and basically, his mom passed away, and so we're cousins.
You being close friends makes you a cousin? I don't...
Yeah, basically. We're one big happy family.
Humans weird. And...
Oh, that's, well, that's odd, but I guess to each their own. That's nice, though, you know, working with family.
Yeah, it is. Alright, so we eat, then we head outside the city and start planning our little operation. Any questions about the plan?
So we just hide until somebody tries to snatch Bera, and then we, like, attack them?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, I can do that.
What operation mean? He pulls out a small notebook.
Oh, let's see. How do they describe it, actually? An operation is just a fancy word for, like, a kind of action you do. So, like, if you're going to be, like, pulling a heist or something, you could also call that an operation.
Or a plan.
Yeah.
Okay, why have to be criminal? I'm no...
Look, that was just
I'm trying
one
to find out
example.
here.
Don't...
Give the dwarf the chance. Gnomes. I'm no gnome. I'm no stealing. Why has to be steal?
That was just an example. Just an example that came to the top of my mind.
Okay. I understand.
So,
But
can everyone do, like, magic here? Or there's some, like, hand-to-hand fighters?
Well, I think technically I can do magic, but I also use a sword. Luke kind of looks like he is also magical, but also uses a sword. And I think Rudovic doesn't really look that magical, and Kazric doesn't look that magical. So I think they do the, like, physical fight.
You really
Kazuk will look
I
down
like
his
the name.
heavy armor, look up. No magic. You see.
I also can do magic, and I use a glaive.
Interesting choice.
The
You-
only spell I
you
know
fight
is
me.
I cast Feast.
I could break
course.
leg with hand.
No. When I fight, you know, I don't know. It's just weird. I can, if I'm fighting melee, I can hang for a little bit, but I prefer to use my magics.
Yeah, so basically, you can take the back line with, Rudy, Kazric, and Luke take the front line.
Yeah, the big guys, the 7-foot guy and the 6'7" guy should definitely be on the front.
Yeah, so basically, We'll hide in the bushes. We'll wait for the person to show up. When they show up, Bera, do me a favor. And then Thimble takes out the little oil flask that Kazric gave him, like, first session, and hands it to her. Throw this on the guy. That way, Silas can cast a fire spell on him and set him on fire.
You got it.
Will do.
You remind, Rudovic, I want my grappling hook. Give back now.
Didn't I give it back to you before?
No, I gave you to borrow. To climb more.
Alright,
I have not seen
here
it
you
after.
have it. Here you have it. Oh. I hand it over, like, disappointed, like, ah, shit, he noticed.
I of course notice.
Yeah, never get between a dwarf and anything he's made.
You see, it's mine. Here, Mark. I will remember. You can see a small naming rune on the thing. Clearly indicating that it belongs not only to a dwarf, but to a dwarf of certain clans.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I think that's basically the plan. Just we wait, then we attack. Simple as that. And I mean, if nothing happens, then we may need to check on Asumi.
As you're talking amongst yourselves, you notice that it is about, I would say it's about 10 minutes of the conversation and you having with each other. And you see Emily returns, giving you guys each of your food, your drinks and everything. She goes, enjoy. And these are on the house since you know Thimble. So please enjoy your food.
Thank you again, Emily.
Soft grits. Good for the teeth.
Alright, so Kazric said BRB, but you guys are now just eating your food, enjoying it, freshly cooked, warm. It's keeping you cozy from the winter, from the cold that is coming in from that open section. Basically, you're on the first floor. It's almost the entire thing is just walls until the southern part, where it's just an open view to not just the castle, but to the moat that is in front, the trees that are out there, and the rest of the city. And there's a fence to at least, keep to basically separate it from the outside and the inside. So wind is coming from there. But thanks to the fireplace being at a distance, a lot of people are somewhat scooped there. And where you are, you're closer to the fireplace. But the wind is still hitting you. But thanks to the hot meal and the alcohols that you're all drinking, you're feeling warm. Your blood is being warmed, your body is being warmed, and the winter, it got nothing on you. It really has nothing on you right now. So anything you guys would like to do, continue talking amongst yourselves, you're free to do that.
Some good stuff.
Can Silas look around the bar, the tavern, and see, are there any, I can kind of guesstimate, or you can tell just magically and with the equipment they have how strong the people in this party are. If I look around in the bar or the tavern, is there anybody that you could say is of comparable strength or stronger?
Go ahead, considering there's a lot of people there, what is your passive perception?
18.
18?
Mm-hmm.
Looking around, comparing the party to anybody else here, welcome back, Kazar, but comparing anybody to different individual of this party, you could tell that there are quite a few experienced adventurers. A lot of them wearing what seems to be either fancier or stronger armor. Looking at knights as well, you could see high-ranked knights. And obviously they're not a threat, but if anything were to happen that makes you criminals, in other words, you guys would have trouble facing these people.
I see. Okay. Good to know. Alright, yeah, and Silas will he'll finish his grits and he'll just, drink his martini in peace.
Anybody else wish to do anything?
I'd finish up my food, my things, and that I would put my bunny back in its pouch so that it doesn't get lost.
The rabbit basically just stays there all cozy up, wanting to avoid the winter also.
Question, did they make me the French fries?
Yes, they made it to you and they gave it to you. You basically have French fries
Let's
with
go.
alcohol. They made it with just the right amount of salt.
Very good.
Keserik, on the other hand, will season his steak with a bit of his own seasoning from his cooking pot. But he will kind of try to do it in a way where the hospitalers don't see him doing it, as to not be seen as rude.
Alright.
So, Silas, are you a mage or something like that?
I guess I'm a mage, kind of, a little bit, I can do some magic, but, I can fight in melee too. I've only learned to, harness my magical capabilities recently. I was, a pretty normal dude until about 2 years ago, so I'm not super proficient, but, I prefer myself to be more of a mage than a fighter, for sure.
Makes sense.
What about you? You've been a fighter all your life?
Well, not really a fighter, but quite some time ago I found some scrolls of like a monk monastery or something like that, and I just learned some of their techniques.
Oh, you're a monk!
Only in the way I fight, not in spirit.
He is.
I see. So you do you meditate, or no?
I try to, but it's not really for me.
Oh. I've heard meditation is good to, keep your mind clear. Especially if you have voices in your head. I should try that sometime.
Meditation is like Forswork or makes calm in spirit.
Yeah, something like that. If you don't mind me asking, what are you,
Head old man?
Who asked me that?
It was me, Barrett. I said, do you have voices in your head, old man?
Sometimes.
Like, are they malicious voices, or just like the general just kind of whispering in your head, like you should totally stab someone kind of thing?
Before you answer that, Silas, you hear, do not tell them too much. Don't be telling them everything about your friendly voice.
And Silas will say, it's just a voice. Maybe I'm imagining things. I don't know.
So basically, the voice in your head, is it your thoughts or something else?
It might be my thoughts. I sometimes think that I want to kill somebody, and the voice says you should kill them, so I just kill them. Kind of like that.
Okay then.
That took a surprising turn.
Duly noted.
So, what are you guys doing in this town city? Like, are you here for business, or are you just mercenaries, adventurers?
I basically work here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, basically. I mean, assuming I've been doing jobs for a while now. Like back when he was still like a squire.
I see.
What
about the rest of y'all?
I came visit Big Guy. He's going to point at Asumi. Old friend, we fought together in Dwarf War.
Isn't Asumi supposed to be with the other girl?
Yes,
He's not-
Asumi isn't with you guys. He's already begun his job and guarding. He takes his job very seriously, so he's not with you guys. He's working.
Silas will nod and be like, "Oh, so you're friends with the White Knight? I see.
Know him since child. Well, young human is still child.
I see. What about the rest of y'all?
I came to the city to
I'm
find
just
my
a
next
traveling
gig.
merchant.
Wait, what did Luke say?
I came to the city to find my next gig.
Next gig. Oh, are you like a rock star?
Hardly.
Hmm. You're an interesting one, big guy. Does Luke actually wear the sunglasses like indoors or only
Yes.
outside? Like Silas will point his sunglasses. Why are you wearing such dark glasses inside? Is the light like hurting your eyes?
They're just aesthetics.
Oh, you're trying to look cool. I see. And just for shits and giggles, Silas will you see him put his hand over his face, and he will use Mask of Many Faces, and he will turn into a 6'7" Luke Raven with glasses, and he'll like adjust his arms to be in the same pose as Luke, and be like, "No, I'm cool, just like you."
What the fuck?
What's
Now there are
happening?
two of them.
Is this how you talk?
What the two old men? You getting a crossbow pointed at you, Silas.
Easy, Kazric.
There. Whoa,
Oh,
it's
Don't
me,
hate him
Luke
'cause he's-
Raven.
don't hate him because he's beautiful.
Yeah, don't hate me because I'm beautiful. Put that thing down.
Now the coolness factor of this party has doubled.
Hell yeah.
I don't know how to respond to the situation. This is just weird.
It seems
I agree with
twice, twice the amount of Luke has overwhelmed our Thimble.
Maybe Thimble needs a friend. As I put my hand over my face and I use Mask of Many Faces again, and I turn into a tiny little Thimble.
Okay, this is just getting weird, man.
It's like you, but taller.
It's not that weird, man.
Are you sure? Because it's a little weird that there's two of me now.
Hey, the more the merrier, you know?
I really wish
No,
it was.
it's me, Thimble.
Amelia's looking over. She goes, "Okay, which one of you is Thimble? And please stop, because this prank, I'm not falling for it again."
That one. And he would
Again.
point to Silas.
She looks over to you guys and goes, "This one used to try to prank me all the time, but now I am getting a little too smart for this." She says she looks over to see if you have any empty cups, any empty plates, and whatever there is, she would grab them to clean them up, and any empty cups, she would refill them if you ask. If not, I just need to know how many of you are done eating.
I'm definitely done eating, because Thimble is just pinching the bridge of his nose.
Kazuri is done eating too.
Had to finish the sub, yeah.
Finished.
Washed it down with the mind bomb.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'd be finished as well.
Yeah, Silas will be done.
All right. So then I can go off the lamp here and say that all of you are done eating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once Emily turns away, he would just he would drop his thing and turn back into Silas. He doesn't want to prank her too much.
All right. As you do that, you're all finished eating. You look outside real quick, and you see the sun was starting to slowly set. It is around It is around dusk. It's starting to get dusk. The sky is starting to change its color. Not the usual orange color in real life, for those of you who've never played RuneScape. But you can see that as you look east, it's starting to get dark, but everything is turning purplish as the night is about to come. And the sun is starting to get there, indicating that it should be around, I would say, 5:30 ruin time.
Alright, let's head on out and start getting set up.
Yeah, let's do a dishonorable backstep.
Sorry, repeat that?
Kazuri is going to say, yeah, let's do dishonorable backstep.
Okay. All right. So the question would be, where do you guys go? Do you guys head out just to the northern gate and look for a location around there?
Yeah, I think that's probably for the best. Just someplace out there with plenty of shrubberies to hide in.
All right. So as you are walking out the city gate, you see the guards wave at you. Some of them give Thimble a gesture of hello, and for being recognizable. And a lot of you are just now heading into the following the road. A few steps away from the city, on your right, you see the lodestone to the city. And a little bit past the lodestone, you see what you can tell is a carved ruin altar with a bunch of rune stones, rune essence on top of it. Thimble, you and Bera, the both of you from where your origin is, your species, your race, whatever D&D calls it, but your origin of your family. Do you know of the Cadixian teaching? Whether or not you worship them, you follow the teaching or not. You know that monument there was created for when Guthics died. And the most respectful thing that most Cadixian or godless do is show their respect. Do any of you wish to do that?
Yeah, Thimble will walk up to it, pay his respects, and then continue walking.
So will Bera. I'll follow the thimble
With
and pray
that,
beside them.
Keswick will leave a gold coin there.
oh, you know, Kezrick, I forgot you're a dwarf. Sorry, sometimes process of my brain here. Bear with me. You're a dwarf as well, and your people's teaching is always around Gothic. The entirety of the dwarven race worships Gothic. If not, there's a tribe that also worships the god of order and wisdom, Saradomin. And you know of that monument too. It is a monument dedicated for the god of balance when he died. Do you also wish to give your support, show respect to it?
Yes, Keswick will leave a gold coin, as he always does, with respectful altars for gold gods. May those who have less take, if they need.
Okay, so
One
as
of
the
the
three
only ever action you can see a dwarf being, well, spendy. I don't know the fucking word. Give me a second here.
I'm sorry.
Like helping people.
Repeat that.
This kind of leaving gold at altars of other gods is one of, or just in general for people who really needed to pick up, is one of the only times you can see Keswick spend money on something that's not really that important.
No, yeah, like just you would all naturally know what to do in terms of paying respect. As you get there, you the three of you show your respect to the Lake Gothic, to the memorial structure. Since you're not
Unless the
sorry.
I was gonna say, unless the voice in my head tells me to worship it, I'm just gonna walk past.
He doesn't. The
Yeah,
voice,
I'm just gonna
the voice, the voice will tell you something in a minute, but not yet. As the three of you go to show your respect to the late god of Balan, to the monument, you're not a paladin, but you do feel that they would have benefited from this. But you do feel something. Showing respect, you've gained almost a blessing, perhaps the spirit of his followers, or the spirit of the god himself. The essence of the god himself is blessing you. The three of you gain advantage on the following skills, which give me a moment. You gain advantage on nature, survival, and medicine for the whole day until your long rest. Silas, as you're watching them pay respect to, you're not too familiar about the information of this, but you can see that this is an important religious monument there. Which, despite looking at it, it doesn't seem to be a monument to Saradomin. Considering that there's churches in the city, so this must be from a fallen god. Perhaps the god of war that you once remember seeing his army battle against the god of law and justice when they were running through the city of Varrock. But you don't know. But you do hear the voice in your head going, "Oh, these pathetic fools, worshipping a dead deity. They do not know that they are better off without it." The voice doesn't seem bothered by it, but is almost mocking it in a way.
Alice will he'll chuckle a little bit. He'll be like, youngsters these days just believe in anything, even things that aren't there." He'll like shake his head and just keep walking, hobbling with his cane.
As you guys continue north, you start reaching a part where there's a fork on the road, and heading north, west, and northeast. Um, Around you, on your left, there is a large forest. On your right, there's still the large forest. There's still the large forest as well, but also there is the monument, the low stone, a little bit further to the back of you. So, what would you like to do? Would you like to continue any method, any location you want?
I mean, this was. I mean, are there bushes around to hide in, and like a place where Barra could be out in the open, like to bait somebody to grab them?
Mm, I mean, it depends on where you go. Right now, you're in the middle of the road with a forked road, which one heading northwest and northeast. So you guys have to decide which direction you would like to go. There's a forest to the left where you could try looking there, or there's the forest to the right. Not a forest. I'm sorry. Let me clarify this. To the right, it's almost like a forest. There's like a lot of trees within the area, but it's more open field. It's more open than what's on the left.
More open than what's on the left. Let's stick to the right. The right is more open than what's on the left. Then let's go to the left because we don't want too open. We want some places to hide and some cover. I'd assume so. Probably left, unless anybody wants to take another path.
Does anybody object to Silas' statement?
I'm gonna go with no.
Nope.
Just to let you guys know, Thimble did say BRB, so you know.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So I would assume he would. I would assume he would agree a little bit on this, on going somewhere. But since he's BRB, let's take a few minutes break because I am getting a headache. I need to find medicine for my headache and get some water. So we'll be right back.
All right.
Cool.
What I miss?
We're going
Oh,
AFK
Abby
for
took
a
the
minute.
break.
So yeah, let's mute each other real quick, and let's get some water, some snacks, or something. We'll be back. We'll be back in about 10-15 minutes. So be right back.
Okay.
All right. Silas, you're still here.
Yeah, we're here.
Wonderful. How racist do we want to be to the gnomes?
How racist do we
Alright, and we are back from our nice little small break, which behind the scene we had a deep lore dive. And we're back to continue. So, you guys have managed to make it to the fork of the road where you can go northeast, northwest, east, or west. West would be a more forest area, which is a lot of trees covered with each other. West would have trees around, but it would be like almost an open field, but it would have several trees here and there. With that, Silas suggested that you guys head west, or at least to your left, to be able to get to the more hidden section, to be able to hide while also waiting for ambush. So the question would be, does anybody disagree with Silas, or do you wish to go there? I believe some of you said yes. Dimple, do you agree?
Sorry, which way are we going?
To the west, not northwest, just to the west, to where the not thick but thicker
But
forest
trees,
area
yeah.
is.
Yeah, that's probably fine. I think we need that kind of forested protection.
All right. So you head there. You start going through there. You finally are away from the road after about, I would say a good 15 to 20 minutes walk. And you finally find a good area that is away from the road, but not too far from the road. At least enough to give the trackers something to go to. So, what do you do now?
Alright.
Folks are hiding, right?
Yeah, so let's start taking some cover now. Alright. So first off, Barrow, start setting up your I guess camp in this case. What you need to at least make it seem like you're asleep. We'll start getting cover. So Luke, Rudy, you guys will probably have to be the closest since you're our big bruisers. The guys are gonna probably be jumping in first. Kazric, you along with that. So because you guys are so tall, maybe try to see if you can hide in the trees. That might be best compared to just hiding behind a tree.
Like, Kazvik isn't one of the tall ones, so he's going to be staying on the ground. Also because he's carrying about 100 extra kilos plus the weight of his armor. I don't think a tree can hold him.
Yeah, probably not. Let's, So...
Could hide behind the tree.
Yeah, or we can find some bushes.
Yeah, Silas is gonna find a nice bush with not too many pokey little branches, and he's just gonna, hide in there, and within 30 seconds go to sleep.
I think I best stay with Silas, so that way I can wake him up when the fighting starts.
Barrett would probably have a lot of experience with this, as she probably sets up camps all the time while out traveling for merchant stuff. So she'd probably just do it the same way she always does it, just set up a little tent. I would maybe raggle it up so it looks more like I'm more homeless than a traveling merchant. I'll pretend to sleep because I trust them, but I feel like I should also be awake.
All right.
16.
Can I get rid of my disadvantage by not moving? Because, well, otherwise my armor would be really fucking loud.
$19.
I got a
11.
16.
Well, Dungeon Master, regarding my disadvantage for my armor, is that at all times or when I'm trying to move somewhere stealthily?
Oh, okay. I'll roll at advantage.
I'm going to elect to keep my 16.
24.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit, they're right next to each other.
I got a 23. W, old head.
Wait, you
Nat 20.
good job.
I have a 24.
Okay, 1 second. Deception, you said? Yeah. 14.
$17.
11.
15.
14.
18. Yes, little snooze, little snooze. Yes, sir.
18.
21.
18.
27.
Mad one.
All right, so the rest of you that I called on, you're seeing. All right, hold up. Give me one moment. Ah, damn it. I'm getting a phone call from this number that I'm waiting for. Give me one quick minute.
No worries. Take your time.
We see a giant, ominous, phone-shaped object approach Bera.
No!
It then says, "We've been trying to reach you about your Barriers extended warranty."
Not the warranty.
Okay, I'm back.
It's over for her.
I'm back. It was I thought it was the number, but no, it was the wrong number. Okay, so backtracking. I asked you guys for passive perception. You rolled. You got the okay. So for those of you that I called on that rolled great, you guys see this figure in the shadows, wearing a hood over his face, walking towards Bera slowly. What do you do?
I position myself. I get ready.
I
Are we gonna strike out before they get to Bera, or like when they're like 15, 20 feet away?
You know, in hindsight, I think we should probably have decided upon that. I think we were just gonna strike as soon as they were within range. So the second I'm able to, I'm going to be casting Airbolt on them.
Yeah, I guess as soon as I'm able to, I will chuck Eldritch Blasts at them. But what we could do, because we're the range guys, we could wait until they're close enough for the melee boys to jump down, and as soon as we see like the melee boys move in, we shoot.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll follow suit. I'll yeet my spear at them as when I can.
All right. They're walking closer and closer and closer, where they are now 20 feet away. As they're 20 feet away, you see them draw a wand and slowly point it towards Bera.
Alright, I'm gonna aim my Airbolt at the wand to disarm him.
Yeah.
Sorry, you do what? Sorry, hold up. Thimble, you do what?
I'm gonna cast my Airbolt at the wand to disarm him.
Alright, Alright, so the airbolt. Go ahead and roll the airbolt.
And as I see the airbolt go out, I will roll my Eldritch. My cane will go up, and I'll fire pew pew 2 purple Eldritch blasts at this guy.
I got a 10.
Alright, that's not bad, because that actually hits.
I'll throw the spear.
Yeah,
Probably try to
because
hit him in
you're
the
technically hitting his hand, so by my calculation, that would hit.
So I did 17 damage to his hand.
Alright, so as you go on ahead, you cut off his hand. I'm kidding. He goes on ahead, and as he's pointing the wand at them, all of a sudden, whoom, gah! He holds on to his hand, and he looks back, and he trying to see where the direction from the bolt comes from, until Celis, how many Eldritch Blast that was that? 1 or 2?
2.
2. All right. Remind me, does that send him flying back?
Let me check my invocations.
Yeah, check.
No,
see.
I did not take Repelling Blast, so it would just hit him in place.
All right. So he gets hit by the Eldritch Blast twice. Kung kung ga. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Okay.
For those two.
So 28 force damage total.
So he leans forward, stumbled a bit, and you can hear him just wincing in pain. Just, whoever's out there, I yield.
That was really easy. As the old man hobbles out of the bush.
Thimble's gonna remain hidden and sneak around behind the guys, just so that in case he tries to escape.
Yeah, as I'm walking up to him, just to make sure he doesn't try anything, I will tap my cane on the ground 2 times, and the cane will extend into this 7-foot long black glaive with a golden blade. As I'm using the glaive as like a cane now, as I walk over to this guy.
Gazarik will also make his way towards the guy, and he will note to Silius. Neat trick. Cool.
I'll hop out of the tree
Thank you.
and move over to the guy. And is he like kneeling, he said? Or anything like that in pain?
Yeah, he yields, he gives up because he's being attacked and got ambushed completely, so he's just there with his hands up like, I yield.
So I would wake up rapidly.
Yeah,
and
you wake up. You were never asleep. You like heard all that.
I know. I'm gonna throw that oil flask at him, just like Thimble asked me to.
Alright.
I'll whip his hood back and grab him by the neck and lift him up.
Luke, tie him up. Use some rope.
You guys.
What'd you say, Rudy?
I'm gonna go towards you guys from the tree.
Alright. So, Luke, the guy is not that tall, nor is he that big. So you manage to lift him pretty easy by the neck as he's going, what? Stop! So, who are you people? Why are you ambushing me?
You don't have the privilege of asking questions. We'll ask the questions around here. Starting with, what the fuck are you doing with such concealment? Approaching somebody sleeping at their campsite.
I just wanted to see if they were dead or alive. That's all.
I'm going to use my.
Why did you point a wand at them?
Which does remind me, I'm going to cast Mage Hand, which is invisible, and try to steal his wand.
Alright. You successfully do that without issue because he's distracted, so you just grab the wand with Mage Hand, thankfully, and stealth-like. What was that you said, Silas?
I said, I was gonna say, then why'd you point a wand at them, If they were sleeping, there's no need to point, magical weapons at people.
From my experience, I've always been attacked and accused of trying to steal when I was just trying to ensure that bandits haven't got the best of you.
Is he lying?
Inside check. Inside check.
I mean, you could roll for insight if you want to see if he's lying. I mean, be my guest.
Yeah, I'll do that.
While they're rolling for that, I'm going to examine the wand.
All right. Kazarik, let's see, hold up. How many of you rolled? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so Rudy and Silas, he doesn't seem like he's lying, or at least you don't find any hint of deception. So a part of you thinks he might be telling the truth, but Kazarik, your dwarven observation, you know when someone is at least being deceptive, if not you know when they're deceiving enough that you could probably find a hint in their body language, plus being a black guard. So you can tell this person doesn't have his story straight.
This bullshit, he lie.
Wrong answer. And I'll toss him onto the ground, preferably onto his stomach, and then I'll sit on him from behind, and then I'll pull both his arms over, and I'll tie him up, and then I'll bring his legs up and tie them up too. With
like a hot tie?
arm down. Yes, sir.
Oh shit!
All right.
Do we want to take room for information extraction, or do here right now? You can see him take out a little hammer and a little knife.
Yeah, I'll gently run my hand across the giant golden blade of my glaive. I think we can get some information right here.
So you have two options. You either tell us what you wanted to do, or we start breaking fingers, and then you tell us. It's going to be way easier if you tell us right away.
Oh shit! I'm actually gonna try something if I can. I'll like kneel down next to this guy, and I'll like put my hand on his shoulder as he's tied up, and I'll say, "Look, you help us, and we'll help you. We're all friends here." And I'll cast friends on him.
And you'll cast what? I'm sorry.
Friends.
Oh.
The cantrip.
All right. Give me one moment.
So it's just a wisdom save against my spell save DC, and if he fails, then he's charmed by me.
Isn't there the whole hostile
no, just
action
give me a
against
minute.
him thing?
I'm just trying to get my.
Does it say that? Target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw. If it isn't, if you're fighting it. Oh, if you're fighting it. Are we technically fighting it right now?
It's not really fighting, it's also just in general if they are already hating you, I think. I'm not sure.
Because the spell says the target succeeds if it isn't a humanoid, if you're fighting it, or if you've cast a spell within the past 24 hours.
Yeah, you're not fighting him. You managed to yield, so... I would say it works. I would say that, yeah, it could work, just so long as he isn't attacked. But because you guys captured him and Luke had decided to go a little bit aggressive on him, yeah, I'll say he has an advantage. So real quick, what is the...
It's a wisdom save.
Alright. Beating a what?
19.
19. Ooh, wow, that's really high.
Holy shit.
Damn. Alright, so he got a... Alright, that's a no. No. Okay, so he failed it, which... So as you say that, you emit a energy around you that makes him look at you. You are locked eyes with him, and you can sense a hint of trust. You're an elderly man too, so this is a bonus. Why would someone as elderly as you lie? As he goes, I suppose I could be a bit more truthful. I was attempting to kidnap them as part of a job.
As like I like look to everybody like as I do something. You can see my purple eyes are glowing a bit because I just cast friends, and I'll like look to everybody and I'll be like, don't do anything aggressive. I kind of got this, and I'll cut the rope of the hog tie off to untie him to make it seem like we're being a little bit friendly, and I'll like help him sit, and I'll I'm still hunched over, standing next to him. I'll be like, Thank you. Now, why don't you explain everything? Start from the beginning. Just, we're all friends here. We're just trying to help. You tell us what happened, and maybe we can help you,
And while he's saying that, I'm going to move my invisible mage hand nearby in case anything happens.
All right, but real quick, Dimple, you said you wanted to examine the wand. I was trying to find a moment to stop. So as you look at the wand, you could tell that it's not any type of typical powerful wand that your aunt Klimdu has told you, has gone over with you, but you're looking at it and it's custom made. It is. Do me a favor and roll. You before I actually slow down. As you're looking through, you find some scribbles on it. Do me a favor and roll for religion.
Eight.
You know that this is a cult wand. It's custom made to be a cult wand. And you know it is by what you know, it is in a odd language written on it. You don't know what it is or what could indicate. Which I need you to do me one more favor and roll for Arcana.
23.
Wow, that's actually better. So, looking at it deeper and examining it more, the way that the words are put in, it is a wand that is meant to be able to cast certain spells. So it is most likely that this wand is meant to teleport someone by the clues that you guys went through. Or there could be another spell within the wand that you don't know. Anything you would like to respond to that?
Maybe I'll have Asumi check out these symbols. Maybe he'll recognize whatever cult this is. But for now, then Thimble will just carefully put it away, so that way the guy doesn't know that Thimble has it.
All right. With
Oh,
that,
by the way, am I able to make out the kidnapper's face at all?
oh, sorry, repeat that.
Am I able to tell what the kidnapper's face looks like?
Oh yeah, I should probably tell you guys. Removing the hood and everything, he seems to be a man in his the kidnapper, as you guys as he admitted, he's someone in his mid-30s, light skin, black hair, black facial hair, like it's not like a goatee, but it's like a long mustache that it just goes upward, twirled a bit. You could tell he maintains his face. He does have a noticeable scar on his left cheek, almost like a cut. You could assume that most likely somebody fought him for that. But yeah, you don't recognize who he is, but you do have his face memorized a bit. With that, Silas, responding to you, he goes, all right, I work for a cult that has hired my expertise to kidnap people and bring them somewhere. I don't know where. They just have me teleport them, and then I teleport myself. It's somewhere in the woods. I don't know where specifically, but it's outside of some cavern. Outside of some cave. I've been doing this for a while now, and honest to whatever god you worship, I don't know anything else. All I know is that some homeless guy marks whoever I'm kidnapping, and that's it.
What's your name, youngster?
Eric.
Eric! Thank you for being honest with me. I have a couple more questions for you, Eric. This teleporting, how exactly do you do that?
I just used the wand that was given to me, and I cast the spells. I know how to use teleport magic, but it's just their location is very specific. So the wand that I had on me was meant to take those, I suppose, victims to the location, and myself.
Okay, so the wand does all the work, not you. So if somebody has the wand, they could get to this place, this cave that you're talking about.
Are you asking him or like anybody that?
I'm asking him.
Oh, I don't know. All I know is that I was given the wand to kidnap. If there's anybody else, I wouldn't know. They're a very secretive sort of cult. They pay a lot of money to keep quiet, to keep everything under wrapped. But you seem like a trusty fellow.
Of course. Look at me. I'm just an old man. This cult. Do you know their names, their symbols, anything about them at all?
I, you could tell that he's a bit afraid to reveal any more of that. So he's like, I don't know.
I'll like put my hand on his shoulder, look into his eyes like an old man does and be like, "Don't worry, whippersnapper. We'll protect you if anything happens. You can trust me."
All right. Go ahead and roll for persuasion with advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically to see if you can persuade him to be.
That is
brave
a
enough.
22.
22. Beautiful. That is beautiful. As he looks at you, he goes. He looks at the others, and he feels a bit confident. He can see Luke and Rudy, who are just tall, and he's like, "All right." From what I could tell, they were wearing Zamarakian necklace and symbols on their robes. I quickly assumed that they were a Zamarakian cult. I don't know their name, but I could only assume that they're a demonic cult worshippers that worship a demon for Zamorak or Zamorak himself. Honest, that's all I know.
Before we continue, did Asumi tell us a butcher's assistant was Zamarakian? Or worship Zamorak?
Sorry, repeat that?
Did Asumi, when we were all meeting and introducing ourselves, did Asumi mention that the butcher's assistant was a Zamarakian or worships or is in like the Zamarakian religion or cult?
He told you guys that she was Zamarakian. He didn't tell you that she was secretly a Zamarakian. So he did tell you that she was Zamarakian. Yes.
Okay, so when he says this, when Eric tells us this, I'll like look to Thimble because Asumi is guarding the Zamarakian, and he'll say, "Do you think that that butcher's assistant might secretly be involved in this?"
Well, I guess that depends. Then Thimble would emerge from the darkness ominously. Ask him how he finds his targets.
Yes, Eric. Could you enlighten us on how you locate your targets for teleportation?
He puts his hand up and he goes, just to show you. He reaches to his pouch and slowly, so gently, like he doesn't want anybody to just like stab him or anything. He reveals a crystal, just like a small crystal ball, and he goes, "I track you with this. The brighter it glows, the brighter I know you're nearby or where you are. It sort of and it also pulls me towards you. Basically." That's how I can track the victims.
Alright.
Okay.
Barrett, give me the bracelet you got.
I'd hand Thimble my bracelet.
And once I grab it, I'll put my hands up to show that I mean no harm to Eric, and I bring the bracelet up to the crystal.
This crystal, his hand twitches a bit, almost showing that the crystal is pulling towards the amulet, the bracelet, to where it starts glowing also in not too bright, but in a bluish color.
Just as I thought. No, I don't think the other one is in on this. Otherwise, why would she have one of these as well?
Maybe she's the one who finds the targets,
No, I can assure you she's not the one.
He goes, "Another one? What do you mean?"
That's not important right now. Do you have any accomplices besides the cult?
Any what, I'm sorry?
accomplices besides the cult?
Not that I know. Well, I don't know anybody else that the cults hire. I just help with the kidnapping, if that makes sense.
I see. So they're farming it out to other people. We don't know how many they have.
Yeah, the cult are basically secretive in that point. We just kidnap whoever they assign us to kidnap, and that's it.
I see. Interesting. And then Thimble puts the amulet away. Well, actually, he hands it back to Barra.
Yeah, and Silas will say, "Young Eric, you said this cult paid you for your discretion and deeds. How much did they pay you?"
He tries not to say it at first, and he goes, "Every delivery I do is about 1,000 gold coins. So in total..."
Jesus fucking Christ!
Who the fuck is Jesus?
That's a lot of money.
As you say that, he looks at you and goes, "Yeah. So in total, I would say I've made about 15,000 gold coins."
And you don't carry that on you, right? You make sure to store it in a safe place?
Of course, I'm not an idiot. He looks around.
Good.
Let me rephrase that. I am not dumb enough to keep that amount on me.
So you
That's
only
good, that's good.
16 people.
Eric.
So other people kidnap people too.
Eric, you said
Because more.
we kidnapped them, so there are other people like you. You said we, so there are multiple kidnappers.
Yeah, he says, like trying to think for a moment to make sure he's answering this correctly. I don't know how many, but if I recall from what the city information that they publicly put, if there was over 100 kidnappers, there's a good chance that there was 100 kidnapped. There's a good chance that there's more than just 2 kidnappers.
How many people have you kidnapped?
16, he said.
Oh, I missed that part. Thank
He
you.
said he got 16,000, so 1,000 per person.
16,
Yeah, 16.
Kazarik will hold up a gauntlet. I have idea why we do not get Azumi and then we taken a teleport spell.
Yes, hold on, before we continue. Eric, I want you to stay right there, okay? We're gonna have a little discussion about who's gonna protect you and be your bodyguard for now, and I'll get back to you, okay? So stay right there and don't move.
Sure. The voice in your head returns and goes, "What is this? Kill him. He's a liability. He could tell the others."
Yeah, and I'll whisper back in my head, "I'm going to kill him. I just have to, sort it out with the rest of these guys. If I just kill him right there, they're gonna be suspicious,
Just give the excuse. Tell them he's a liability. I'm just saying that you are free to make your choice. I am only giving you friendly advice."
Okay, yes. And I'll pull everybody into a small group huddle, and I'll say, "Okay, I'll be perfectly honest here. I think I'm whispering. I don't want him to hear this. I'll say, "I think we've got everything that we can from this guy. Realistically, he's told us everything he needs to know. If we can get his wand, I say we just kill him."
Yeah, I don't think Asumi will be too happy with us if we just kill this guy. Besides,
No reason
Let
to
him
kill.
rot in jail for his crimes.
Yes,
Yeah.
let him be forced
Yeah,
labor
love it.
worker, as all
Slow
criminals
down,
should.
slow down. One at a time.
don't worry. We hog tie him back up and just bring him to the guards. They can take care of it from there. Then we can start focusing on the other kidnappers. If he's only kidnapped about 16 people, there's probably a network of them.
Why don't we have him take me to where he drops off the victims.
He
Doesn't drop them off.
He teleports himself.
He uses
and
the wand.
vehicles.
The
Yes.
wand.
Yeah,
Right,
don't worry
right.
about the wand. It's no
who
longer
gets
in his
the wand, then?
possession.
Why we take Azumi and then we all take wands, teleport, and then we beat shit out of Cult.
Yeah. So first thing we'll do.
Yeah.
First thing we'll do. Tie this guy back up. Take him to the guards. They'll guard him, maybe, and he'll be tried for what he's done.
Yes, let him rot in labor camp, as all criminals should.
I don't know if Asgarnia does labor camps.
But who pay for prison?
I think that's the taxpayer.
That's bad. Why not criminal pay with labor?
I'm not a politician, don't ask me. Anyway, back on
Don't
top.
mind me. I'm gonna take the initiative here and get to tying him back up.
Yeah, probably a good idea. Why don't you just, you do that, Luke. Anyway, once we turn him over to the guards, we'll reconnect with Asumi, we'll get the bracelet off the girl, and we'll bring both Bera's and her bracelet to the guards, who can then use it to identify any potential victims. We can also let them know that they come from John Williams, because that's who's been giving out these things. The girl has one too. And he gave it to her after she gave him some bread.
Yeah, but girl also could member. Girl not gonna get problem. More worried about Azumi.
Yeah. If there's another kidnapper, Asumi's probably in deep shit right now, so we have to hurry and try to find them. Once we get the bracelet off and turn it over to the guards, we won't have to worry about the girl for a while. Then, once we're all back together, we can use the wand to teleport.
Give me 1 moment. One of you is asking me something in private. I'm not gonna say who, because I like making everything suspenseful.
Yeah.
Alright. To answer your question, you can do that. And I will message you. On when to roll. When I need you to roll, okay? Yes, there is among us. Someone is acting suspicious. Anyway,
I wonder who.
So continue.
Alright, so let's get this guy to the guards, and let's just drop him off there, and then let's find Asumi. The sooner we do, the sooner we can make sure that he's not in trouble.
Alright, so are you guys ready to transport this person to the designated guard house?
I'm ready.
Hey, Eric,
Yeah.
buddy, we're just gonna tie you back up for your own safety. You know, from yourself. You can trust us.
Oh, wait, hold up, what? No, I can't go to
Silas
prison.
Silas will
crazy?
walk over to help him, and he'll be like, "Yo, you can trust Luke. Apparently, look, it's better than dying, okay? And
Good.
apparently they have some great food in prison, from what I've heard."
See, if
Right?
Kult see you walk with us without chains, they think you ratted them out, which I know you totally have done too, but...
Yeah. It'll keep the cult off your back if they think we captured you and you didn't confess anything. You know, it's for your own safety. And then once we've dealt with the cult and gotten rid of them, then we can free you, because then you won't have to worry about them, right? Think of this as protective custody, secret protective custody.
All right. You made a very convincing point. You could tell that he was very afraid of the cult, and since you said protective custody, he instantly just gave in. Sure, yeah, I could do that, sure.
Totally.
So, as you guys, how do you transport him? Do you transport him and tying a rope around his wrist, or do you trust him enough?
I take him on my shoulders.
Yeah, he's basically carrying him like the keg of beer.
Yeah, see, he's gonna be a sack on my shoulder after all. Why should I have Gauntlets of Ogre Strength and not use them, right?
Yeah, Silas will walk behind him and be like, Don't worry, it's okay, and try to like keep him relatively calm for the journey, so he doesn't scream and go, "Hey, being kidnapped" or some bullshit like that.
All right.
Wait, I need to. I'm gonna recover my camping gear because I don't want to leave that.
True.
All right. So, real quick, the person who messaged me this question, because again, I would like to make it suspenseful for the audience too, so they can understand this. Do you want to try to do your plan now, with whatever method you're going to do, or do you want to wait until you find another different moment to do it? And again, just private message me. All right. So, you guys are now transporting him as he's being carried, a bit bound, and in a funny, very hilarious way. Eventually, you guys take him straight to the guardhouse. It's night, but as you reach the city, with the cold, mind you, it is still cold outside. Probably colder now that the sun is not out. But you manage to take him in, and you feel the warmth of inside the building. And the clerk looks over. The guard clerk looks over. He goes, She looks at you, Dimple. She goes, are these people with you?
Yeah. We got some info about the kidnapping case.
Oh. Well, Detective Alex is away, home. But if anything, we have a cell for him to put him in. Just,
Yeah.
Let me just grab a key real quick. Or better yet, Dimple, you've been here a few times. She goes on ahead and she tosses the cell key to you. Go on ahead and lock him up.
Alright. I know the perfect cell that's got plenty of eyes on it. Make sure you stay safe. Alright. Follow me, guys, and Thimble will try to lead them to probably the more secure of the cells they have here.
You start leading them through, and you find a very secure cell. It's one that doesn't have a window, but it isn't too small, but it's not too big, and it does let you see to the other two cells, which you see one is like a man sleeping on the bench, and another one who's just a woman who looks to be drunk out of her mind, that she's just mumbling to himself. But yeah, there's one in between those two. Is one very safe one that is away from even a window.
Perfect. And then Thimble would find the key for that, unlock it, and then motion for Luke to place Eric in there.
Okay, Luke will take him off of Kazrik's shoulders.
Oh, sorry, I forgot, damn it. I forgot Kazrik was carrying him. Sorry, let me rephrase that.
Go, here, hold this.
Kazruk can drop him off, it's fine. He could.
Yeah, he will give the hammer he's carrying in the other hand. He will just hand it over to Thimble. Here, hold. And then he will simply, like a sack of potatoes, drop the man in the cell.
Oh,
Maybe ass first instead of head first.
Of course.
I think this goes without mentioning, but maybe somebody should shake him down. Wouldn't want him to have any tools on the inside.
Let's see. I'm gonna use my invisible mage hand to search him for anything.
Alright. So you use your mage hand to just pat him down, and the guy feels something. He goes, "Ooh, hey, what the?" And he doesn't have anything that he could use as tools to escape, but he does seem to have a paper indicating on the name that if you open it, it has the name of Bera and where they would be. And after that, there's nothing else aside from one piece of gold coin.
Alright, I'll take the paper and then go, he's clean, drop him off.
Just 1 gold. Oh man.
You don't strip down prisoners to make sure they not hide anything in clothes?
Yeah, I think I would have
Unprofessional.
felt it. Don't worry, I was very thorough in examining his attire. Don't worry, he doesn't have anything else.
Dwarf Fortress, we give them wax, and that is. Mine's hot enough.
Yeah, I don't think we have the budget for that.
You do not have the budget for having people work in mine? Are you that poor?
Alright, let me put it like this. We pay dwarves, a good wage to do that. We don't need prison labor.
Inefficient way to run city, but it's your city.
Technically, it's not my city. Technically, it's under the command of Ceramic, but that's neither here nor there. Luke, drop him off in the cell. He's clean.
What? I thought. What?
I'm sorry. I thought you
dropped off.
Kazric, he's the one who has him.
I always dropped him off in the cell.
Kazric,
You assume Luke is the pack mule. That's crazy. That's
No,
insane.
he's the bigger guy.
I
Yeah, but
can't.
I don't care about food.
Rudy is bigger than him. Why aren't you assuming it's him? This might be actual racism prejudice.
This is dwarfism.
I'm racist
Might
against
be.
dexterity mains.
He's racist
Wow.
against dwarfs.
Sorry, no, I'm classist against monks.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Alright.
All right, Kazric, put him in.
I have already put him. He already in cell. He points to the man he has thrown into the cell.
Oh, sorry, I was too busy
Are
on the
you
paper then.
okay? Maybe you need to drink.
I then close the cell and lock it. No, what I think I need is Asumi. Let's hurry up and find him. So
Before you
then
lock
make sure
the
the
cell.
door.
I'm gonna look to Eric and I'm gonna be like, "So, Eric, how do you like your new home?"
He looks around. He goes, I guess it'll do for now since I'm being in protective custody.
Don't worry, we have told Colt where you are. They come pick you up.
Kazric, please. We need him not to panic.
You don't like quality dwarven humor?
Well, here's the thing. Did he know it was a joke?
Do ich care?
Well, given the fact that we don't want him to panic, yeah, it'd be nice if he knew. Alright, whatever. I'm just gonna lock this
Well.
cell now.
Eric, maybe in the morning you'll have a better opinion after sleeping on it, and then I'll just punch him straight in the head, non-lethally, so we can go to sleep.
All right. Just responding to the person that messaged me. They want to proceed with plan, but yes, you cast spell, punch face, and boom, the snoring like a baby, knocked out.
That's a bit aggressive to put somebody to sleep. I could have just cast sleep.
I like that approach.
All right.
All right.
So, as you are walking out now, actually, real quick, the person who messaged me, actually, I'll just let it happen. Yeah, I'll let that happen because everybody, you're right about one thing, they were. So, going on, you guys are now heading out the front. Thimble, do you return the keys to the nice clerk person?
Yes, I do.
All right. They look at you. She goes, "Thanks." Oh, what should I tell Detective Alex about him?
Tell him that we brought him unconscious and that he's one of the kidnappers. There's a ring of it. We're going to be investigating the location where they where they've been sending them, and we should hopefully have a further update then. Oh, that reminds me. And then I motion for Bear to give me the bracelet.
I give it to them.
Yeah, this is how they've been finding the victims. Make sure he gets this and gets it examined by some wizards.
They nod. Before they grab the bracelet, they go on ahead and they grab a bag or like a little towel or something, like a small handkerchief to be able to wrap it around, and they hold on to it, putting it to the side. All right, so that's evidence. All right, anything else we should know? Did he tell you anything else that we need to find out about that Alex should know, or do you want to wait for Alex to be able to tell him everything?
All right, let him know that we have reason to believe it's a cult, and that there are multiple kidnappers who are not affiliated with the cult directly, but are hired as third parties to do the kidnappings. And we'll hopefully have an update for him when we come back.
They write all that down and go, all right, I will pass this message along, Alex. I'll see if he's at the Rising Sun now. If not, we'll deliver this note to his house.
Thanks. All right, let's get out of here, guys. We got to find Asumi.
All right. And with that, you guys head out. Meanwhile, before this half of the group were doing their own thing, we're now going to focus on Asumi, which of course is probably going to just be me talking a lot. I'm sorry for the viewers and everything, but we have like about somewhat an hour left because I'm going to let this stream be like a little bit more, around 4 hours. So, like that. And my headache is going away, so I'm capable. So, Asumi, how are you protecting her? Are you just patrolling around the butcher shop? Or are you just inside the butcher shop acting like the shop's guard? All right, so you're there. You're in the shop. The owner gave you a chair for you to be able to sit down and be comfortable whenever you need to sit down. And with that, you are given the chance to just look at the freshly cooked food, the freshly cut meats. You can see the owner putting it there, and he's just putting the food there. He gives you pieces of ham, even cooked turkey legs for you to eat during the time because, of course, you're a white knight, so you're protecting them. They want to make sure you're protected. So you're being well fed, in other words. Meanwhile, Amy is just looking at you, just trying to wonder if you're really gonna stay there all day until the kidnapper comes. What else would you do during this time? All right. Sumi says that he was just continuing to be on patrol, looking outside. He would sometime walk out, walk around, and then come back in to sit back down, and then all that. During that, the owner goes, "Excuse me, I know you're a busy man, but I have to know, is it true that what Amy says, you here for her protection?" Which Asumi responds with, "Yes, potential kidnapper, part of a case I'm helping with." To which the owner responds, "Very good, I'm glad. She's hard worker, very hard. And I would like her to say that she's an excellent person too. Great hand with you, Sir Knight. Here, have some more turkey leg. I know it's been 4 hours. Maybe you hungry, maybe you not." Sumi says that he gets the turkey leg and he wraps it around and he puts it in his pouch. He goes, "For later then." So the owner seems happy enough to keep you fed and well, at least he's not well informed. where you can see him talking with Amy and whispering here and there. Before he looks over and, of course, attending to more customers. Several hours go by now where it's closing time. And do you assist with the closing or you just wait outside? All right. So, responding to what he's saying, he's now helping with closing the store, the shop. And once everything's closed, Amy looks at you and goes, "So, is this the part where you follow me home and like a knight in shiny armor ensure that I'm safe on the way back?" Which Asumi responds with, "Yes, it is part of my job. I might patrol your house for a little bit." She nods and goes, "Well, I suppose anything to ensure that I am safe, then. Thank you." And with that, she starts leading you to the house. She's walking west now. And as you continue to walk west, I need you to do me a favor. What is your passive perception? A 12? Ooh, then roll for perception for me then. Oh, I see it. A natural 20, 22. Okay. You're walking, and it's the middle of the night. It is dark, and the only light source right now, aside from the candles, lantern lit from other buildings and everything, are the lights from the Christmas decorations. As you're walking, as you're following her, you do manage to get a glimpse of someone suspicious following you. You turn your head for a moment and you look to see someone in a hood walking, following behind you, but not focused on you, focused on Amy. What do you do? Alright. As you continue to follow her with your guard up, you get closer to her and you whisper that there's someone there. Someone possibly following you. She nods as she continues on, acting casual. Continuing, you finally made it to her house where she's about to go in. And she goes, "So is this the part where you just stay out here and patrol, or do you want to come in and search the place?" He's typing. He responds with, I'm going to have to go inside and investigate the place. You're going to be inside with me just to ensure that the person that is following us doesn't have the bright idea of kidnapping you while I'm inside. He also says that he looks to see if the person is still following. And he was, but somewhere along the line he made a turn, as you can see him make the turn. So what do you do now? What is it that you decide to do? Actually, while you're typing, I'm going to let you know real quick that the place is not small, but it's not too big either. It's basically a 2-floor building. You could tell that the first floor is more like the living area, where there's a kitchen and a table with some chairs to around and bookcases as well. And when you check the second floor, it's the bedroom with a lot of drawers. It has 2 windows, one facing west and north. on the first floor, plus east, which is the entrance of the house, and then 2 windows on the second floor, which is facing east and west. So what do you do during all of this? With this information also. Oh, so while he's typing, for those of you who are watching this video live or you're watching this on YouTube, the reason why Bera keeps disconnecting is because sometimes she gets disconnected by Discord that tells them that they can't hear anything. So during that time, that's why they keep this leaving and coming back just to fix it. Just in case you missed it, because I'm pretty sure they said it a while ago. Alright, so Asumi says that he goes on ahead and he ensures that all the windows are closed and locked, and he searches the entire location. And then searches outside the window. Okay, so go on ahead, roll 2 things. First, roll for investigation, then roll for perception as you look outside the window. Alright, I see 11 for investigation and 17 for perception. Okay. You're looking around the house, and there isn't much in the house that you find that could lead you to believe that somebody had broken in or that somebody's already inside the house. However, you do find outside as you're looking the window, and you're on the 2nd floor now. And you're looking down, and you see someone there just waiting for the lights to go off. What do you do? Do you believe that they're the kidnappers? Do me a favor and roll for insight. Like, from the distance that you're in, insight would probably be the best option. Nice. You don't know. A part of you is telling you that they could be, but another part of you is telling you that you can't just jump into conclusion. So, you're torn between yes and no. How would you like to approach this? All right. Okay. But how would you do all that then? Like, role play it out for me. Okay, so Asumi says he goes and tells her that he's gonna go outside to lock the doors and everything. And then that he goes out and approaches the gentleman who gets startled that you found him. And you ask him, so what are you doing out here? And what is your intention with Amy? To which he looks at you and goes, no intention. I'm just enjoying the view in this location. You know, the night skies look so much brighter and beautiful without the Christmas stuff, you know? No, nothing against Christmas. It's a beautiful holiday and the decorations are lovely. But I think I would prefer the sky itself. Yes? Sumi responds with, right. I have my suspicions that you're that you're most likely a kidnapper. I would like to see some identification to confirm this. He looks over to you and goes, oh, but Sir Knight, I'm sure just being out here isn't a probable cause. I mean, you need a probable cause to be able to... He says he wants to interrupt. Go ahead. He responds saying, You're in front of a possible victim. You're in front of the house of a possible victim. So I am going to require some identification or to ask you to leave. Or I will be forced to arrest you. Okay, Sir Knight. Okay. He goes on ahead and he reaches for his pouch. Slowly, knowing almost as if he knows the drill about this. Before he goes and quickly draws his wand, pointing it at you with an incantation. I need you to do me a quick favor and roll for a dexterity saving throw. Ooh. Alright. While you try to avoid the attack, it just basically got you, almost got you by surprise there. You try to just move away from the attack, only to be hit by a what spell? Hold up. I'm sorry, I had it here, but now it's gone because my notes are haywire. Alright, so you're going ahead and you just get hit and you're just blown back a bit. At least 5 feet away by a powerful air spell. You take rolling. You take at least a 5 bludgeoning damage. Alright, and with that, let's see, what time is it? Alright, I believe we have enough time. If anything, we can pause midway. I don't have a way to pause it. But you're going to be fighting this guy, so go ahead and roll for initiative. $21. Okay, wow, that's actually higher than I thought. Alright, so give me a moment, because you're a fucking white knight, so yeah. I planned this ahead, but not this far. Alright, so you go on ahead and you get up from the ground and you're ready to fight. What would you like to do first? Alright, so he said he's gonna go on ahead and attack the attacker with his greatsword. So go on ahead and swing it up. Wait, is it gonna be lethal or non-lethal? Like you just want to knock him out? What's the plan? Okay, you want to do it knockout. All right. So just want to make sure. 23, I see it. So that's a hit. Go ahead and roll for damage. Alright, that's 11. Not bad, okay. Let's see. Anything else? Alright. No? Alright. So it's his turn now. So he looks over to you. As you first go to attack him and swing your blade at him, he tries to dodge completely to try to avoid the blade entirely, only to be diagonally cut on his chest, where he starts holding his chest a bit. He's not completely wounded, but he does feel the cut there that he's like tiny little blood starts leaking out, and he's like, son of a bitch. Fine, you want to play like that, Sir Knight? I suppose your body will set a good example for any individual that wants to come through. Hopefully, I get double the payment. He goes and he sends another spell strike at you. I need you to roll another... Actually, no, not don't roll anything, because I actually didn't make him that well. Go ahead and roll... Actually, no, I don't roll. Stop. Jesus, okay. Does a 17 hit? No? Okay, so as he goes on ahead and he goes to shoot you with another air bolt, with an air bolt this time, you go on ahead and you just avoid it completely, which leads to your turn. What do you wish to do? All right, yeah, you can do that. So you go on ahead and once again attack with your great sword. Roll for the 16. I see it. Okay, that's a hit. Roll for damage. A 6. All right. Anything else you would like to do? You want to use action surge to attack again? All right. Yeah, go ahead. All right, you roll a 20. That's a hit. Go ahead. A 13. All right. So as you go on ahead, you swing once. Boom. He's trying to avoid it, and he gets cut again. He's just. You swing again. He's looking at you as he's just groaning a moment. He's like, "You're gonna have to kill me, Sir Knight, because I don't plan on giving up that easily." He goes on ahead and he prepares something stronger now as he gives an incantation and throws it at you. He casts a fireball. So go on ahead and roll for dexterity saving throw. And 8. Ooh. Alright, give me one moment to make sure I get the rolls right. Alright, give me one moment. Alright. Because you failed to avoid the fireball completely. You try to move out of the way real quick, only to get hit by the fireball's blast hard, dealing 29 fire damage. Do me a favor as a condition thing, real quick. Do you have any? I don't think you have a cape on you, right? Okay, you said you do not. All right, so then just yeah, so 29 fire damage. And with that, it is your turn. Go ahead and roll for medicine, I guess. He says he wants to know how the to let you guys know. He says he wants to know how the person is looking in terms of injuries. So yeah, go ahead and roll for medicine. A 12. You could tell that he is very beaten, very worn out, and he does look like he's about to go down soon. Um, yeah, so what do you do? Yes, drinking a potion does cause an interaction in this group. Alright, so he says he first drinks a potion, which is the regular potion of healing, and then he attacks. So yeah, go ahead and roll for the weapon. That is a miss. That is a miss. Alright, so anything else you would like to do? You want to use second wind? Yeah, go ahead. So as a bonus action, he uses second wind to basically heal himself a bit. Right, that's what it is, right? Yeah. Wait, is it? Yeah, it is. All right. So yeah, you heal yourself. I see 8, right? All right. So ending your turn there, the kidnapper looks at you, surprised at your will and determination, how you're not going to give up. As he goes on ahead, he starts to go and cast another spell. This time is a firebolt, which give me a minute to roll. Does a 15... I'm assuming the 15 doesn't hit. It doesn't. All right. With that, is your turn again. What do you want to do? All right. Go ahead. But you rolled a natural 1 again. You are unlucky. Anything else? Interaction to potion of healing again. Alright, yeah, no, that's not a problem. Go ahead. Alright, so as it is ending, as it's now the wizard's turn. Sorry, the kidnapper's turn. He goes on ahead and he tries another spell, another fireball, which does an 18 hit. No. Okay. With that, he looks over to you and he tries. He goes on ahead. He goes to just backs up a little bit, like he's starting to question whether or not he should continue fighting you. What do you do? It's your turn again. Alright, he once again is going to try to attack the person. Hopefully you get better luck. 18, that is a hit. Awesome. So go ahead and roll. A 7. Alright. Alright, so as you go on ahead and you go to swing your blade again, you manage to strike him to the point that he's now on his knees. He has 1 HP now by the system of D&D and the way that I'm doing it, I do it in this group. He now has 1 HP. Do you want to knock him out? How do you do it, bro? You know. Assuming said he goes on ahead and he grabs the he grabs his two-handed sword. Sorry, he grabs his two-handed weapon, his great sword, and he goes on ahead and uses the hilt. The end of the hilt to go on ahead and hit him on the side of the head to knock him out. And that works. The man falls unconscious to the ground. As he falls unconscious, Amy runs. Amy finally comes to you, and she rushes out, and she goes, "What happened? Is he dead?" Asumi responds with, "No, he is dead. No, he's knocked out. Sorry, that was my reading. I read that wrong. He's knocked out. I'm gonna take him in for questioning to see if there's anything he could provide to us." He says as his armor is a bit burnt and worn from the fireball, and he has some burn marks that were healed from the potion. A little bit. As she looks over, she goes, "Ooh, you look beaten up. Are you sure you're okay? Do you need help?" Just as she says that, 2 guards walked in, hearing the explosion. From where the rest of you are, you all also heard the explosion. Is it safe to assume you guys rush over to find out where the explosion came from?
Yeah, probably, given what we were expecting.
Of course.
Alright. So, as you guys are also running to the explosion, focusing on Asumi still, the guards rocks in. "Sir Knight, what happened? What's going on? Is everything okay?" They ask as they're looking at the body and seeing the body there. Asumi responded ready, apparently. Okay, wait, let me read that and make sure he has it respond right. Okay. Huh. You predicted what I was saying. You dicks. Anyway, I am fine. Do not worry about it. Seeing the guards, he goes, "I have apprehended a kidnapper, or possibly the kidnappers of the victims. This man decided to attack me, leaving me no choice but to fight back. I'm going to take him in for questioning. I just need a moment to catch my breath." As the guards look and nod, they go, "Well, let us at least bind him and search him to make sure he doesn't have anything on him that could, harm you later." As the guards walk to start patting him down and binding him, the rest of you arrive. You manage to make it to seeing Asumi there, with his armor a bit burnt and worn, him having some burn mark on him. And Asumi, you see your friends have arrived to the scene of the battle.
Holy crap! Asumi, what the hell happened?
He looks over and he goes, "Oh, hey guys, don't mind this. The kidnapper decided not to come quietly."
This is why ambushes are easier, man. You and your nightly code.
Oh yeah, you got real fucked up.
Looks like a bit of collateral damage.
Amy is chuckling a bit, like, fucked up is beyond the word, but you should see the other guy. She gestured to the kidnapper, who is pretty bloodied by a lot of sword. It was not that bloody like he could die, but he has a lot of cut and tear on his clothing that you could tell Asumi really did a number on him too.
Damn. Well, what do you think, Luke? Do you think Asumi got him?
I'd say so. It's pretty evident.
Well, at least you're not dead. That would have been a lot. Miss, we're gonna need that bracelet you got from the homeless man. It's designed to track you.
Really? Huh. This is the last time I tried being nice to someone. she says that she goes on ahead and hands you the bracelet, to which Sumi wanted to also add and say, yeah, I may be fucked up, but this guy took a worse beating.
Yeah.
Asumi, did that guy drop a wand or something?
He responds with, he was using one for the fight.
We should get that. It's like a teleporting wand. It'll take us to the cult's hideout. It could be useful.
Yeah, long story short, we also ran into a kidnapper. Seems like it's a group of them and they're using magic wands from a cult.
The guards finished tying him up with bound and finished patting him down, which one of them grabs the wand and hands it over to Asumi. I overheard, sir. Knight, here. Do you grab it, Asumi? He's typing. Asumi says that he grabs the wand and he thanks the guard, informing them, go ahead and take him to the guardhouse and put him in a cell. I would like to question him soon. But after at least I speak with my friends. As they nod, as they start escorting the unconscious man by carrying him over their shoulder and start taking him to the guardhouse. Asumi then says that he then looks over to Amy and goes, well, this is it then. You are safe. Try to avoid speaking with Sir William. Avoid the park altogether. I feel that if he sees that you are still around here, he might try to do something about this. Which Amy goes, I guess I'll have to take a longer route to reach the shop. But thank you. She looks over to the group and goes, I suppose thanks the rest of you too. I mean, I'm certain he couldn't have done this without your help.
Well, when it comes to figuring this out, yeah, but when it comes to beating the shit out of people, probably not.
Oh, so he's not all brains, but bronze, she says with a smirk.
I mean, look at the size of him.
Asumi says he looks at Dimple with the urge to just flip him off as he just shakes his head and just proceeds to walk.
And you had that coming. You just charged in head first because you don't want to disrupt your code, and you got blown up.
Speaking of blowing things up, it's pretty late now. I think if we want to go after this cult and surprise them, we do it now. And we just, blow them up.
I would say, given all the information we have now, we should also probably apprehend that homeless guy.
Yeah, I'm inclined to think that, well, we should at least let Asumi rest, get some of his strength back before we charge head first into this.
We can give Asumi like an hour or so, get a short little rest in, and then I said we use those wands and teleport to that cave and put a stop to this, I guess.
Yeah, probably.
It's a great idea. I make snack.
Excellent. If we're gonna let Asumi rest for an hour, do we go with him and wait till he's done, or do we just hang around here?
I mean, it might be better to hang around wherever he's going, because it's freaking cold.
Wait, White Knight! Don't go too far, we're coming with you! I'm gonna start hobbling towards him.
He's just listening to you guys while he's walking, and he goes, yes, actually, thank you for reminding me. You could tell them that now if you want. Asumi says, considering that it is late, I assume that we should stay somewhere. I was planning to speaking with Sir Amic and see if it is okay for us to sleep in the barracks?
I mean, I'm not trying to. I think the only person that needs to sleep is you. I say you get a short little rest and we go. All you need is like an hour or so, right?
Right now we
Sure,
have
this is an hour,
supplies. Later cult knows we deal with them.
Alright, here's the idea. Asumi heads to the barracks, rests up. We report to Ceramic about what we found, fill him in, and then once Asumi's had a decent enough rest, we'll head out and start fighting this cult.
Works for me.
Asumi looks over to Thimble and asks, fight or sneak around an ambush? Remember, we have to work through my code of honor.
Well, here's the idea. Why don't you, Luke, Kazric, and Rudy, you guys all charge in while Bera, Silas, and I sneak around. How's that?
I like that idea.
You know, when we teleport to them, we're all gonna be in the same place.
Yeah,
No,
we'll
Probably miss
hang
off all
back.
of him.
Yeah, we'll like hang back. You guys just run in and, fight. Wait, before we continue, what is this code thing that keeps being mentioned?
He's a white knight. Ambushing people is against their code of chivalry and whatnot.
Oh, this guy's gonna be a head for any.
Ambush not honorable, but effective.
Yeah, well, long story short, it's partly why we had him guard the lady. He would literally have to walk up to the guy as soon as he showed up and say, "Sir, stop right there." And then when he didn't, and use the wand to teleport Bera, then he would then attack because, well, okay, he would try to attack before that, but long story short, it would have taken us a lot longer to apprehend Eric.
So aggressive, no tact.
So
Oh, well,
if you take
let's,
short
let's
rest,
go
come here
sleep.
for spider milk and cookie, and I'm going to use replenishing meal for anybody who wants to regain hit points.
Ooh! Oh no, I'm full HP.
Which is an extra 1d8 if somebody's going to roll hit dice. But you need to take spider milk and cookie.
Sorry, what milk?
Spider milk. You know big cave spider? We breed at home.
Spider milk.
See, like this big, he makes like the size of a barrel. Good pets. You do not have spider at home?
We don't have pet spiders here. Actually, I'm trying to think.
You can train them. It's fun.
I mean, okay, that does explain why... that does explain why there's this one farm that does breed spiders. I was wondering where they would send them.
They are very much furry, and you can pet them, and yeah, that's it. Oh, make sure to feed them or they eat child.
Alright, okay, let's table that for right now and focus on just getting to the castle.
Just a thought. It's possible that these two wands will take us to separate places. Perhaps different holding cells for each of the prisoners, since they were going to teleport at the same time. Or
You
near
can,
at the same time.
From what Eric said, you can use it to teleport people, but then you can also use it to teleport yourself, like, to the entrance of the cave.
Alright, so we'll have to figure out how to make it go to the entrance.
Yeah, then we could send the entrance team
Assuming,
and
Yeah, I think
possibly the cell team.
Assuming wants to say real quick, when we're there, I can proceed to head in, and with help, hopefully, we can be the distraction for our more stealthy approachers to be able to find a way to ambush from the sides. If anything, I could be the distraction alone, and then the rest of you can ambush them. So long as I don't take part of the ambushing, it should be fine.
You're not going alone anywhere, big guy.
If we go in cave, I take part of ambush. Be good in cave.
The more arcane members of our party should probably handle the wands, get to know them, so that when we teleport, we have 2 points of entry.
Oh, that does remind me, Asumi. Could you take a look at the symbols on this wand? I can't really make heads or tails of what cult it is, but I thought it'd be a good idea for you to take a look. You are the more religious of us.
Can I, he'll be like can I take a look as well?
Yeah, go ahead. And then Thimble pulls out the wand for them to look at.
Alright, firstly, assuming go ahead and roll for religion, as I'm certain Thimble would go ahead and show you the symbols that he wants you to read specifically. And Silas, you too, but with advantage.
Nice. Oh yeah. 20.
Alright, I see a 20 and a 19. Alright, so the both of you are reading through this. Silas, from the knowledge that you seem to share with your whispering voice in the head, you know that this is demonic writing. This is meant to indicate a sort of capability to cast certain spells in the form of magic, but more focused to either evasion or combat. And the way that it's put also, you can read it, and it mostly also says like a sort of confirmation. It's like the words is like confirmation to them being workers for the cult, or maybe members of the cult as well. Assuming same situation, coming from your knowledge of religious practice, thanks to your uncle Mastima and your aunt Angel. So the wordings themselves are magically imbued to be able to cast more than just a teleportation spell. But they're also meant to be a confirmation to anybody who has the wand and are members of the cult. Which one of you would like to reveal this?
Silas will, he'll be like, oh yeah, I've seen this before. This is a demonic writing. You see those? All demonic letters. This, it can be used to teleport, but it can also do, a couple other things combat-wise, and, it also has like a symbol, or like an identification thing on it, where if you have the wand, and you see somebody else has the wand, you can, like, communicate that, yeah, we're both part of the same cult, you know, type shit.
Assuming what type, the old man is right. It is a demonic writing, and he also put it is basically a confirmation. It is worded out confirmation.
DM, can I ascertain with this wand, is it attunement, or is it just if you have the wand and you can use magic, you can use the spells?
I'll do you this better. Let's say you're thinking that, okay? Like your character's thinking that. And you hear, yes, magic wand. So long as you know how to cast the spells, you could easily cast this magic. You don't need prior practice, you just need knowledge, if you will, my good friend.
Silas will nod. He'll hold out his hand and be like, Sir White Knight, do you mind if I, hold that wand real quick?
Assuming he says he looks at you and he wants to know your intention. He doesn't outright ask you. He just wants to roll insight to see if you have any ill intention. So, firstly, I gotta ask you: do you have any sort of ill intention?
No. I'd say what Silas wants to do is he wants to test that theory. He wants to see if he can cast spells through it, or what spells can it be used for. Because if there's a 4, I mean, can he ascertain intentions from that? Like, can I like fail or like how would that work?
No. It's just basically she rolled a 2, so I don't think anything.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I don't. Asumi is very unlucky when it comes to most of his characters.
Yeah, no ill intentions from me. I'm just chilling.
So, Asumi, yeah, you don't find any ill intention coming towards this old man. Why? I mean, look at him. Why would you? He's an elderly man using a cane to support himself, for crying out loud. So you kind of feel guilty for doubting him for a moment.
I'm just an old man.
So, do you hand him the wand? Alright, so he says he goes on ahead and he hands you the wand, saying, sure, here you go.
Okay, I'll like hold the wand in my hand and I'll channel a bit of my fairy magic through it. What spells can I cast with this?
Basically, airbolt, fireball, but is only a one-time usage, which you can sense it ran out, and the teleportation spell.
Okay, the teleportation spell. Would I know like the one in this wand, like how it works? Like, is it just me? Can I bring people with me?
Do you wish to ask your Patreon that?
Yeah, I'll ask. I'm like holding the wand, and I'm sensing these spells, and I'm like, just a quick question, if you don't mind. Oh, great, knowing one. This spell, this teleportation spell. Could you break down how this works for me? I know I can already do short distance teleportation, but this one seems to be on like a slightly larger scale.
For a moment, they're silent before you hear. That's very simple, my friend. You see, all you have to do is focus and say the incantation you see right here. You see, like, he doesn't show you where, but your mind gives you the incantation.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so he transferred the incantation to you. And he goes, it's not that hard to find that out, my friend. But be careful. You're going to have to pretend that you found this out some way, or your friends will be very suspicious that you're having help.
For sure. And, is this teleportation, can I take other people with me? Or is this like a single person kind of thing?
You're silence for a moment. No response at first. Before you hear, I do not know. But
oh, shit.
Let's think for a moment. If they are able to teleport their victim, perhaps they have to be there with their victim?
Oh, so someone with a bracelet, you mean?
There's no response now. Almost as if he has nothing else to share or he doesn't know. But
okay,
he's given you enough.
Yeah, I'll look to Thimble. I'll be like, where's the second one? Do you know?
What was the what?
I'm asking Thimble if he knows where's the second one. Because I have one.
Oh, the temple? Yeah.
I mean, technically we should have both wands. Did you could take the one Asumi had, or what?
Yeah, I took the one Asumi had.
Asumi gave him the one that he had.
I have the other one then.
Yeah.
Okay. From what I can read from these specific lines here, I don't know if you're magically inclined enough, but after reading this a little bit, I think I've managed to figure out the incantation to use the teleportation spell stored in this here wand.
Yep, I think I should be able to handle that. So just run me through it before we go off, and then we can use it.
Cool! And over the next 5 minutes, I'll break down to him that you can use Airbolt, Firebolt, Fireball. His wand, so Thimble's wand still has 1 charge of it, and then the teleport spell.
Alright, I guess we'll know what we do now. Now let's just rest up and start getting ready to storm the castle, I guess.
On God!
So, with that, as you guys are now informed and prepared to have everything ready, you have the method to find the cult and probably either storm it or hopefully learn more about them. Asumi first obviously needs to take a small rest, or actually no, he says he heals himself with cure wound to be able to get his full HP, so he doesn't have to rest up. So
bet.
yeah, so alright, so with that, you guys are about to head out, and before we head out there, we're gonna end the session right here, because my headache is coming back like a goddamn wrecking ball, but it's almost time to end it too. So with that, thank you everybody from home for staying tuned and watching, because I see we keep having 4 to 3 people. And hopefully those who watch this on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed this. And I hope to see you guys next session. And I hope to see the rest of you guys, my players, in the next session, if everything goes smoothly with my work life. Any question before I leave? Any question before I leave to confirm some information? Because I know it's me. You know, I know some of you guys are listening to me, and sometimes I say something and you want to choke the life out of me.
No questions from me.
Yeah, I'm all good.
Thank you.
I got.
I have a question from
I'm
Asumi.
all good.
I do have a question from Asumi. Hold up. No. Yeah, so hold up. What did he use again? It was Cure Wounds, right? Is it Paladin or
Maybe
Fighter?
use-
Is it Paladin or Fighter?
Cure wounds is
Lay on
better.
hands. No, Cure Wounds is a spell, but Lay on Hands is the paladin thing. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just what I do with the RuneScape theme is that if you have 2 methods of cure wound. One of them is prayer, and the other one is spells. So if you're using paladin, clerics, or druid, depending on druid and paladin, depending on druid, it can be a spell. For cleric and paladin is a prayer thing. So that's why I'm asking, so he could learn, so he could know what to spend it on his thing. So yeah, no, if it's paladin, it should be your prayer points or divine. What was it? Devotion.
Devotion points.
Yeah. So if it's devotion point, then yeah, that's what you use, depending on how many times you used. All right. All right. So if nobody else have any questions?
No, I'm good.
All right. Cool.
Nope.
All right. And all right, I shall see you guys next week. I will be on voice for us to do some deep dive lore if you want to in about an hour or so. Because I'm actually going to head out and get some pills for my headache because I run out. But yeah, goodbye to the stream. Goodbye to YouTube. And I'll talk to you guys later. And goodbye.
Talk to you later.
Bye. Thanks for
Bye.
Session.
G